Too late, motherfuckers. You made your bed, now you got all shit in it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go. I must be the most interesting man. I must be the most interesting man in the world. I'm the dude. I must be the most interesting man. I could be drinking. I could be drinking Dos Equis. I'm the go. Turn blind like it's all about me. All about me. Look on Reddit, rap. It's all about me. All about me. I'm the dude. Every show you do, it's all about me. All about me. The whole Babbleverse, it's all about me. All about me. It's amazing. Big global news, front page in Japan, Spain. Big global news, England, Denmark, Ireland. I'm the dude. Big global news everywhere. Even in your home country, China. And I did that. I was able to infiltrate the White House. And I did that. I got all that data, put shit out of them. And I did that. Not bad, but handicapped. Right, cat? I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go. I have real political guests on, like David Cicilline, who wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like Ted Lieu, who also wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like Eric Swalwell, who wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like John Patton, who also wrote the articles of impeachment. It's amazing. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Look, I rushed it. I took over your show. It's me. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Look, Joe Rogan said that I was on a radio. It's 35 years ago, I get it. It's 35 years, but I can't change truth. It's 35 years ago, I get it. It's 35 years, and you can handle the truth. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go.
DJ Davils made that into like a really cool song.
Welcome to looking back at all our technical issues. With me is my special guest, Bacon Bits. Thank you for joining me, Bacon. It's great to have you here. Anyway, after a myriad of technical difficulties, and I know that you, as the Canadian you are, took responsibility for me. It was all my fault. The way my audio is all mixed and put together and everything, it's very complicated. And I just found out after fixing all the issues that we had with, because you're my first guest, by the way. Welcome, Bacon Bits. You have the distinction of being you have the distinction of being the very first guest I've ever had on any of my shows. And since that's the case, I actually wasn't really set up for having a guest, apparently. My audio was set up so that basically Bacon could hear himself. He would sound fine to everybody else except himself.
That would get frustrating.
Right. So anyway, by the way, wait a second. I do have a. Oh no, I don't. I thought I had a Jake Fab.
I'm trying to get on a daily schedule. Every Tuesday, I will record my podcast.
That'd be a weekly schedule, John. But thank you very much. So anyway, let's jump right into this. Thank you for joining me, Bacon. Everybody knows who Bacon Bits is. You can see Bacon Bits 6664. Thank you for joining Looking Back at Stuttering John, where we are looking back at his previous podcast from 2018 to 2023, where we're going through all of them. this is the only podcast in the Dabbleverse that's looking back at all of Stuttering John's old stuff and not putting it behind a paywall. And we're not clipping out what we think is the best part. We're going to do the whole thing on today's episode. And the reason why I have a very special guest is we are going to be listening to the episode where John does the quote unquote prank call to Donald Trump. Now I'm sure we've all heard bits and pieces of this, right? I'm assuming, Bacon, you've only really heard like the call itself,
the highlights.
Yeah. This one is actually jam-packed full of nonsense. At the beginning of it is a lot of very interesting things, and I would like to point out this is also the second time that he has done a stream from Royce's Arcade. From the studio at Royce's Arcade. There's a few things I would like to point out. This is a podcast. It is recorded. It is in a studio. All three of these people are in the same room at the same desk. This is in a studio. It's in the arcade, so I don't know if it's a studio. They have a producer, Don, who was on, I believe, PDP. He ended up hating both of these people. So there's a guy with a mixer. They're with them. They're all at the same table. They're all using the same mics. I'm setting this up so you know. So when you hear it, you'll know what to expect. It is a edited podcast. Okay, this has been edited. They even bleeped out a phone number. All right. So this is recorded, edited, has a producer, mixing board, all at the same table, all have the same mics. Okay, so are you ready? Oh,
Prepared now.
Kimberly, thank you,
Kimberly.
Kim, very much. The new purple people eater blob actually isn't that new. I've been using it for a couple of months now. It was supposed to be temporary at first, but it kind of grew on me. I like it.
I think you debuted it right before John's last show, because when you came on my show, you were already purple.
Yeah, something like that. So it's been a while. Anyway, so let's get right into it. This is the Stuttering John podcast from, I think it's
You said 2018.
June.
Past that. Okay.
Yeah, June 28th, 2018. I had to look. So this is from June 28th, 2018. So let's check this out, and just go ahead and tell me to pause whenever you have something to say. You will have stuff to say. Oh yeah, and I told you, once you listen to this, you're going to feel pretty good about your audio and production quality.
Welcome to the Stuttering John podcast, episode 8. I'm here with my good buddies Royce and Don, and we're recording live from the studios in Chatsworth at Royce's Arcade Warehouse. And I just got back from Boca Raton, which, like I have said, they started shooting The Walking Dead in Boca, so they didn't have to hire any actors. I mean, the place is loaded with old people, and but it was nice. And this is the first show, I'll be honest, the first show that I've ever done for a smaller audience. The first show had 11 people in the audience. It wasn't even a minion.
Hasn't changed much in the last 8 years.
I hate that he genuinely made me laugh with that Walking Dead joke. I caught myself.
That's fine. You can laugh. You'll also notice that he's actually pretty clear and talks in full sentences.
Yeah, the voice change is so weird over time.
Yeah. Oh, and Kimberly, Kimberly's asking about how I previously used a mask. The mask makes it difficult to do things like this. Or this. I just got tired of the mask, and it gets uncomfortable after a while. Like this, I could just sit here in my underwear, and I'm not in my underwear. You'll notice that too. Like he talks in complete sentences. He's clear. He's going. But let's continue on.
I know you're Jewish.
I got the joke.
Yeah, it wasn't even a minion. A minion is 13, because you need 13 to have a circumcision. Did you know that, Don?
No.
Yes, I learned that from the owner, who said it's not even a minion.
I'm Irish Italian. That's very Catholic.
What a shock that the owner of a comedy club in Boca Raton's Jewish.
I know, but Randy's a great guy. And the second show on Saturday night, we had like 70, 80, maybe even 100. So whatever. But
the second night he had 70, 80, maybe even 100. I doubt that. But did you notice something in the difference of quality of each of them? Keep an ear on like Royce and Don and John and how they all sound.
I did a great show. I killed it either way. After the first show with the 11 people, we all went out. Half the audience, we all went out for beers at Miller's Ale House in Boca. I took half the audience out, but they all loved me. And we talked for a while. Before we get started, I know Royce we've suggested we want to do a comedy bit where we call the White House and see if we can get Donald Trump on the phone. But before, I just want to say one thing, and then we'll move on and do that, Royce. I get this. I don't understand. I'm gonna name you 5 to 10 people, what you would consider comedians, and you tell me if you've heard them or haven't.
Okay.
All right. So Don.
Yeah.
Stuttering John.
Of course.
Artie Lang.
Naturally, back to Mad TV.
Jim Florentine.
Yeah, of course.
Jackie the Joke Man Marling.
Everybody knows the joke, man.
Gino Bisconti.
Unfortunately, yes.
Keep in mind, what's great about this is that John has known Gino for years at this point. This was after he had done the A&A show all those times. And remember, he would always like point at Gino and make fun of Gino. So
that was back at the time when I actually watched Gino with Aaron Berg on In Hot Water.
Right. This is just a few months actually after his big blow up on A&A.
I got nothing.
Exactly.
Sounds like a cookie.
Jackie the Joke Man Marling.
Everybody knows the joke, man.
Gino Bisconti.
Nah, I got nothing.
Exactly.
Sounds like a cookie.
And this is the point. This guy. Now, I don't know. I'm in the DMV. I'm sitting in the DMV, and I get this, like, I guess there's a podcast that rates other podcasts, Royce.
Okay.
And I don't know what the name of it is, but I guess they said our podcast sucked.
Can
He
anybody
knows
guess
the name?
Well, no, this is his very first mention of WATP. So I'm thinking my next live stream I'm going to do, it will be covering that very first WATP coverage of Stuttering John, just to back this up.
I'm wondering. Oh no, this is June. Okay, because I just watched a Chip Chipperson episode from August of this same year, and Carl mentions that he just started covering Stuttering John's podcast on it. So I was wondering if that's how he got on his radar, but no, that was after this.
Yeah.
And Opie from Opie and Anthony sucked. It seems like
Okay.
And I don't know what the name of it is, but I guess they said our podcast sucked. And Opie from Opie and Anthony sucked. It seems like they're on Anthony Cumia's side, and they have a horse in the race. But they just trash my podcast. And for some reason, I get a text or a tweet from Gino Bisconti. Now I don't even know who it is. I just write, "Who is Gino Bisconti?" This guy gets so incensed that he tries to have a Twitter war with me. And I'm like, dude, I have no idea who you are.
Is he part of the other podcast?
No,
or just a fan
I guess.
of that podcast?
See, and then he started to try. I knew when we met on Artie's show, and now I remember he was a guy on Artie's show who Artie ultimately fired or got rid of because he was so bad. And
he was literally on Compound at this time.
Yeah.
Like as I said, John. Gino was always there when he was on A&A or when he was on Ant's show. And he was always every single time he was on, he was digging on Gino.
100%. And they drank a lot together, I'm sure, at that studio.
Well, next door over at what is that? The bar that was like next door that they're always talking about. Yeah, I forgot the name. Somebody on chat will know.
I guess he's like when I said I was on the Tonight Show. He kept saying, "Oh, you were on the Tonight Show." Apparently, that's his best bit that he has ever done, even though it has no humor in it at all. But the guy starts, doing this podcast that says that this podcast sucks. Whatever the case may be.
Thank you, Protein Jeans. Sullivan's.
Nailed it.
And and then he starts like trying to get in a Twitter war with me. Now here's the problem, Royce. If you're getting in a Twitter war, because he's obviously doing it trying to gain some fame for himself, because that podcast that rates other podcasts called me untalented, right? And Gino's like, you're untalented. Here's the thing, fuck. And from now on, we'll call Gino just a new nickname, Nobody, because the guy's a nobody. Even his parents think he's a nobody. Okay, he has no fame whatsoever. But to call me talentless or untalented, now I'm not saying I'm as talented as Jay Leno or Howard Stern or any of these guys. I'm not saying I'm as talented as a Jerry Seinfeld or Larry David. I'm not saying I'm as talented as Scott the Engineer.
As a talented. The way he says as a talented is bothering me. And like, he's such a name dropper. I've counted at least 20 so far since we started. We're fucking 10 minutes in.
He's not talented as my kid.
And that's something that always bothered me. I'll give him this. He had balls to ask some of the questions to some of the people he did, but balls is not a talent.
Right. And like he was always he says like self-conscious of his stuttering. Like he doesn't realize his stuttering, his stammering, his spitting all over everybody and not being able to get the question out. That is what was funny. Yeah. He still to this day doesn't ever get that.
He's the same guy. The insults he throws at Gino are the same ones he uses today.
Oh, yeah.
The way it's all the same fucking guy.
Yeah, literally you could take any of these podcasts and other than, the being able to speak whole sentences at the same time, you could just plug them into the Stuttering John YouTube channel today and you wouldn't even really know the difference.
The bad nicknames, it's all the same shit.
Says the exact same thing every single time.
No, but the truth is, I have a certain amount of talent. If you could be on the Stern Show,
0 is a certain amount.
Yeah, he's true. You're right.
15 years. Howard, behind the scenes, said how funny I was on the show. I made millions of people laugh with my interviews. I'm not trying to, but seriously, goofing on Gary's teeth and Jackie. I've made people laugh. I wrote for Howard for 15 years, and then I get hired on Tonight Show, and I write for Jay Leno for 10 years. I stay there till the end. I get paid a hell of a lot of money. Got 2 pensions out of the whole thing. I write for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast, and a few other shows after that. Now, you have to have a certain amount of talent.
Now, I will give him this. Remember, at this point in time, this is only like his 8th podcast. And yes, he has given these credits in every single one of those episodes. You can go back and look back at the Looking Back. I have a Looking Back playlist that you can go watch. And and you could listen to all these. Every single one of them is basically this beginning here. It's constantly his credits, and actually all of them up until this point are Artie. Even to the last one. I think this one he doesn't go in on Artie too much, but every single one of them is going in on Artie, all the previous 7.
So it's right around that time, okay.
Yeah. As I said, the first one started a month after his blow up on A&A when he got basically his last appearance.
To do that. Wouldn't you agree, Royce?
Of course, but let's not forget that what you did in the 90s paved the way for so many other people. Like what you did, you created a genre. People started emulating your ambush interviews.
Yeah, and yeah, like we've spoken about this, but besides Ali G, who essentially did the same thing, and Between Two Ferns is totally my shtick. But the worst is Triumph the Insult.
No.
And are you noticing the audio quality between Royce and Don and John?
They all sound like they're different. It reminds me a lot of Opie's podcast at Gebhardt's in the early days.
Yeah. And remember, they're all in the same room. They're around the same table or desk or whatever. They got all the same mics. They have a producer sitting there with a mixing board, listening to this, going, "Yeah, this is all right."
It's amazing that he never runs out of sycophants. So, like, even this Royce, he's got him drinking the Kool-Aid to the point where he's going, "Oh, all these people ripped you off." Wasn't there a guy who asked questions like John before John?
Yeah. It was the guy that he replaced that got in the car accident.
It was another intern or something. But that's what I mean. He wasn't
like
even the
Mick,
first.
Mick Fatel.
Yeah. he wasn't even the first on the Stern show. So for him to sit there and fucking Ollie G and these people rip me off, like it's so
Stern
fucking...
was the first one that was doing those. Yeah, Stern did those at first, and then he got
he
sick
went out
of
and did
doing
them
them.
himself.
And they hired what's his name, Fatel, and then he got in that Mitch Fatel,
yeah.
right? And then he got in the car accident, and then I guess his dad didn't want him working for free anymore, and he recommended John. And then John started doing it, and he was the best at it because of stuttering and stammering. He couldn't get it out. He's spitting all over the celebrities. It was, that was the funny part. Yeah. But of course, Protein Jesus is correct. Stern is not the first one to do it. Stern was the first one to do it on the Stern show.
Yeah.
Or was Stern the first, or was it Jackie or so? Basically, John, I think, was like the third or fourth person on the Stern show. Oh yeah, then Joan Rivers did it on Carson. It was a thing before that, but anyway.
Comic dog, and I know
worked with that guy,
Bob Smigel,
and I can't stand him. And we could do a whole other show on that.
Did it cut out there for a second?
Yeah, but it came back right away.
Yeah, because I coughed and I forgot that I haven't routed through my microphone, so I muted myself rather than muting from my headset. All right.
I hear nothing. Okay.
It's Triumph the insult. Comic dog, and I know. Go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
I've worked with that guy,
Bob Smigel,
and I can't stand him. And we could do a whole other show on that.
No, I know. Bob Smigel has the worst reputation as being the biggest prick in Hollywood, if you can call him in Hollywood. Like he was on the Tonight Show.
That's really saying something too in this town.
He was on Tonight Show. He was on Tonight Show when I was the announcer, and Triumph was goofing on me, and I'm sitting there going, in my head, Smigel, you're stealing my act. Only you can't even do it face to face. You don't have the balls to do it face to face like I do. You have your hand up a dog's ass and using the dog to do it.
Well, the story goes with Smigel is that there's on numerous occasions he showed up to events and left the puppet in his hotel room by mistake. Like he would forget to bring Triumph and be like, that's the whole thing.
Nobody's here to see you, man.
Yeah. And on top of that, like when he's doing those bits, they're not organized. Like we did I worked with him on a thing. He had like 8 pages spread across a counter trying to find jokes, like on the fly. No script, no organization. One of the worst people to work with in show business, bar none.
We should probably keep moving on this one, but I've never heard that about Smigel. Have you?
No, and the other thing is, in John's mind, I don't think he realizes that the guy's still fucking standing there moving. It's not like he's under a big black veil, you know what I mean? He's still shit-talking them to their face.
And it's Triumph, the insult comic dog. The insult being the operative word here. John doesn't seem to really get.
I've heard
next to nobody.
Next to nobody. And I've heard a lot of stories about him, about what a prick he is. And it's funny because, he's essentially robbing my act. You would think that, he'd give me props. And his writer, who I love, is David. I can't remember his last name. He's a friend of mine, but I'm horrible with names right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I would like to thank Cardiff for sending everybody over here. We are listening.
To my fellow Canadian.
If you rewind back, we are listening to the episode of the Stuttering John podcast from June 28th, 2018. This is the one where he calls President Trump. This is the President Trump, quote, prank phone call. We're listening to the whole thing. Strap in.
Which is why I couldn't remember nobody's name.
Nobody could.
Including him. Or his mother or father. Yeah. And brother and sister.
The birth certificate literally is a blank.
TBA.
But no, but anyway, his writer, David Feldman, I think his name is. He's a great guy. Another Catholic guy. He's a great guy. But anyway, look, the reason why like my interviews work, the reason why Howard loved it is I'm unfiltered. Even Jay writes I'm unfiltered. In his forward, like for my book. I mean, that's why, like, Jackie put out a book, and some people were upset. He didn't reveal enough. That's because Jackie's a good guy. He's a good guy. Jackie can't. He's torn between Jackie. He wants to say what the fuck really happened with Howard and everything, but he can't because then when he starts to, he probably starts feeling bad, and then Fred's a good guy. Gary's a good guy. Oh. Before we try and call the White House, I do have...
And you have to do that, by the way, because I'm telling you, you're going to get through.
Well, all right. But I will say this, that I saw Jackie at the Gotti premiere, which, by the way, the Gotti film got worse reviews on Rotten Tomatoes than my film. One too many. And that is an achievement. Because my film, I think it got two on Rotten Tomatoes. Gotti got 0.
My favorite thing, and this is on several episodes ago, but Jackie said
that's out of 100, right?
Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, out of 100%. Yeah.
I thought so.
3 identical books. So we've talked about this off air, but that he's saving his best stories for later books. It's like a trilogy for Jackie, but nobody's
it's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Jackie's Star Wars. Yeah. It's Joke Wars.
I don't know. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So I'm sure he didn't tell the truth about Fred. Oh. I'm sure he didn't tell the truth, about Gary. Oh, you know what Jackie told me? Oh, I knew I had to tell you a couple things.
Tell me.
We're both. When I was at the Gotti premiere, my movie got better reviews on Rotten Tomatoes than the Gotti premiere.
That's saying something.
I know, that is saying something. But Jackie told me that Gary was mad. Not mad, but he said to Jackie, I wish you would have said I was a good producer.
We'll move right on past this because I said this is really long, so we'll just go ahead and listen to this part. But he said it twice.
Oh, yeah. The exact same thing, almost word for word.
Jay Leno call him.
And you know what Jackie said, Bryce? What? Jackie said, well, you know what? I planned on writing 3 books. Remember he told us he had 3 books? So maybe I wrote that in the second one. That's what he told me. Maybe I wrote that in the second one.
Now Hardy's laughing at his own joke.
I know. It's not even funny. It's just like, oh, yeah, I wrote 3 books, so maybe that was in the second book. And John's losing his shit.
It's not good.
But why is Gary... See, that's the insecurity. Why does Gary want somebody to say he's a good producer?
Because he needs a job soon.
No. Royce.
Because he needs a job soon. He's still there.
Yep. Saw a picture of him yesterday.
The reason why Gary wants somebody to say that, no, seriously, is because Gary doesn't get that from Howard. Gary, I know as a fact, and this is in my book, and this I know as a fact, Marcy Turk, Turco, what I call her, Yoko Turco, the one who ruined the Stern Show. Marcy Turk was hired because Howard was sick of Gary's ineptitude.
Oh?
Yes, I know that, and I know that from a serious employee, not a lower, echelon of Sirius. I'm talking about a top person at Sirius.
Like board of directors top?
Top.
Mel Karmazin?
Not Mel Karmazin. He's not there anymore, is he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the other guy.
No, but he said that's why Howard hired Marcy, because of Gary's ineptitude. Now look, Gary's not a bad... He's a good guy. But the truth is, Gary is like, he's just one of these guys that he thinks he tells you to do something, but he never did. Like, he's got some kind of weird, like, it's a disorder. I mean, look, I'm a stutterer. I got obsessive compulsive. He's got
What? I got obsessive compulsive.
I think, he was trying to say OCD. There was one line in there that was so fucking bad, and now I dropped it. Oh.
One.
Yeah, a good point. But he contradicted himself 2 seconds after he said something, but that's just John.
Yeah. And also, once again, it's like, hey, we got this bit we're going to do where we're going to call the president. Yeah. But first, let me talk about all the stuff that I've talked about. Well, now a million times before. It's something you got to remember. This is in 2018. This is like the eighth episode of this podcast. The second doing it with Royce. So we've all heard this a million times at this point, but he's probably only said it probably let's see, this is the eighth episode, so probably about 20 times.
Publicly, anyway.
So and then in this podcast, in the 8 episodes of this podcast, he's only told these stories about 20
That's what it was. He goes, "Oh, I'm hearing it from a top guy," and then the guy goes, "Mel Karmazin." He's like, "Does he still work there?" So wouldn't you know that if you're talking to top people?
Oh yeah. I was actually about to pause it and say that the same thing. Yeah, he doesn't know who the top people are, but he knows that the person's talking.
Exactly.
The reality is nobody's talking to him.
Something that like he thinks he says things to you and he doesn't, or he thinks like it's weird. He doesn't remember certain things. Remembers. It's almost like he's like has Alzheimer's already.
I swear I said it. It must have got lost in my teeth.
But no, seriously. So that's one of the things. I thought that was hysterical that Jackie said, Gary asked me, why? Why I didn't say that he was a good producer back there. I said it was going to be in my second book.
The best part is that Jackie has
harm this up him.
If you missed out on Jackie's book, there's 2 more versions of the same book coming out soon.
Apparently, though, and I didn't read Jackie's book, and I do love Jackie. But apparently he didn't really get into it. I think it's because he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and that's Jackie. He's a good guy.
But he's so cheap with his writing that he's even holding out his best stories for future books.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
I'm saving the good ones.
The businessman.
No, this one,
he's a businessman.
This one, it's everything. I talk about the attorney. I dated this attorney, and she literally, I was having anal sex with her, and she shit all over my dick. And
this story.
How did we get here?
I don't even know. He just this is just out of nowhere.
A second ago, we were talking about fucking Jackie, and all of a sudden, we're talking about anal sex.
Yeah. And for all the new people that are here, I would like to point out that this is a edited podcast. This is a recorded and edited podcast in Royce's warehouse. I don't know if you'd call it a studio. They are all at the same desk. They're all at the same table, all with the same mics, and there is a producer with a mixing board who you will hear chime in every now and again. And all
very
three
quietly.
All 3 have wildly different audio.
all I heard was, and then suddenly the smell of shit. And she goes, hold your nose, don't move, I'm getting a wet rag. And it smelled bad. I mean, talk about the power of attorney. But it stuck. But I talk about all my embarrassing sexual. This is the only book. I mean, I might do another one somewhere called John Line Dating, which is all my Tinder and Match and and all that. And then I have a third one that I won't say because somebody will steal the idea. But it won't be about me. It's a different topic. But
right.
But
spoiler alert.
The fake John Line dating stories, that would be in the fiction section 100%.
Absolutely, yeah. Spoiler alert, he writes neither of those books.
So let's read some more tweets, shall we, Don?
Absolutely.
Yes. Let's see.
I can't wait to read the book. I want to read about the girl who shit herself.
Joe Weatherford. Some of your bits on the Howard Stern show and sometimes the Tonight Show require you to be shameless. What one thing from both shows are you embarrassed about? That's very hard for me. I'm not embarrassed about anything. I don't have that gene.
You wouldn't do it if you were.
I don't really think. I mean, was there anything?
In a way, he's right. In a way, he's right because he doesn't have that ability to feel shame, or else he wouldn't keep doing what he does. So,
oh yeah, we know that for a long time. He feels no shame at all.
Anything.
Either that, or he's just so used to being so incredibly embarrassed at the end of a show that he just lets it wash off him.
I don't have that Gene.
You wouldn't do it if
Yeah,
you were
I don't
embarrassed
really
by it.
think. I mean, was there anything I was embarrassed by? I don't. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't. I would love to say there was something that I was embarrassed about, but there's nothing. I don't. I don't have it. I don't know. I don't know. Someone asked me, Damaged Goods. Why haven't you answered Fireball Jesus DG about a collaboration with Damaged Goods? I don't even know what this shit means, Don.
I don't know who Damaged Goods is.
Jimmy the Kid, Fred, $4 million a year, Robin, $10 million. No, not even close. Not even close with Fred. Maybe Jackie. I mean, maybe Robin, but not even close. Oh, you want to get me a beer, Royce? You'll just interrupt.
Yeah, move a mini fridge in here.
No, I don't.
Oh, I bought them. I don't know. Ralph Roofer's right. Hacky the broke man. I don't know. See, there's so much hate. Jackie's a good guy. I mean, I do try. I do.
Caught himself.
Wait, hold on. I was actually about to say that the previous one with Royce, he didn't drink. And I believe Don said he was, Royce didn't let him drink until after the show or something like that. Like he wasn't allowed to drink. Because I guess he did cabinet moving, the arcade cabinet moving, and then they did the podcast. And then, like, I guess shortly after this, John just wants to rush through the podcast so he can go drink. Because Royce
Sounds
didn't
like
let
John.
him drink. I believe that was the story. But yeah, here. Now, keep in mind, remember, everybody, not a live stream. A recorded podcast that has been edited. They couldn't leave this part out.
Where are the chats coming from? Are these like emails or something?
Twitter and Facebook.
Okay.
I don't know.
He would he would ask people ask me some questions for my next podcast on Facebook. And then he would check them out, and Twitter and such. So
Ralph Roof,
so he can answer them on his podcast.
was right. Hacky the broke man. I don't know. See, there's so much hate. Jackie's a good guy. I mean, I do try. I do. Look, the chapter's called 922 Wine, WHINE, on Jackie. And then it's the first line on it. Roy says, "Of course, I want to take this time to apologize to my wife, Nancy. I was stupid. I was wrong. And Howard, don't make a mockery of this." The single most embarrassing moment on the Howard Stern show. Then the Jimmer Nam show asked me to be on his show. I will certainly be on your show. Stuttering John would lose a roast battle to Helen Keller's corpse. Wow, Steve Blackstone, that took you, really? Was that your attempt at comedy? Helen Keller's corpse.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was pretty good too.
And now he keeps going.
She'll
And
never read it.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Russ. Like this guy, like he'll trash me, Steve Blackstone. And he's either it's him or is it just he's a fat fuck. But it looks like he maybe posted a picture of Dom DeLuise's avatar. Anyway, it's just all he wants to do is like he's calling me a hack and all this. But he always, CC's Artie and Anthony. Like it's like they're trying to get some kind of bizarre love from Artie and Anthony by trashing me. It's like it's a bizarre thing. Let's see.
I know, right? It's like, okay, yeah, John burped. And then you go back and you think, wait a second. This is a recorded and edited podcast.
That's humor, though. That's the highlight of humor.
Well, John isn't the one editing it. It was Don and Royce that did the editing.
Oh, fuck. That one just took me. I don't miss that. That's for sure.
Let's see. Roscianti always tweets me at Matrix Outsider. And I do have a love for this guy. And I think it's because he's a Mets fan, so I feel really bad. But he says, give us some teasers from your book. Show us your comedic skills instead of talking about how skilled you are. All right. Somebody said my Bon Scott impression was awesome. Do you know who Bon Scott is, John?
He's juicy.
Want to tell you a story?
about a woman I know. Gotten to love it, still the show. She ain't exactly pretty, she ain't exactly small. 426-963, you can see she's got love. Yes, there's my Bon Scott. Anyway, Roscianti, I can never be as funny as this year's New York Mets, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Steve Blackstone continues to, and then Kowarski Jim. Did Howard ever admit that he stole his act from Steve Dahl after hearing his tapes in Detroit? Haven't you heard that? I've heard that before. Is that true?
I don't know if it's true, but it's not new information or a new accusation.
But have you ever heard the Steve Dahl show?
I think I at one point like YouTubed it or something.
Yeah, I never heard the Steve Dahl show. I mean, look, Howard's act is Howard's insecurity, so there's no way he could steal, someone's act.
He just cracked another beer.
I was gonna say, was that his second beer already? And fucking, I can't believe that was supposed to be Bon Scott.
Oh yeah. And oh yeah, great Bon Scott, by the way. Yeah,
My jaw dropped.
And I think his first beer was at about the 14 or 15 minute mark. We're at the 18-minute mark.
Yeah, it was very quick. If those
And
were both
especially
him.
in that form. Howard's come on. As far as I'm concerned, he's the best radio broadcaster there ever was. I don't personally think there will ever be a better one. It's like Johnny Carson will always be the best late night talk show host. I don't think there's ever going to be one better. Jay was great. I don't really watch Jimmy Fallon, but David Letterman was great. But I don't think anyone will be as good as Johnny. I don't think anyone will ever be as good as Howard. Do you agree?
I agree. Part of the situation is sort of the times. There is really no room in the media landscape for Howard Stern to emerge in today's world. The things that got him a career are no longer shocking. So there's that. And then you want to look at late night, like none of those guys are ever going to be on the air for 30 years like a Carson. There's no way they're ever going to last that long.
I got to block this Steve Blackstone because all he keeps doing is just, this is the weird thing about Twitter. If you want to call someone an asshole, you just write one tweet, you call him an asshole, you move on. This guy sends 10 tweets to call me a loser, asshole. It's hysterical. All right.
How many block him? It's hysterical.
Yes, but hold on. Stuttering John podcast questions. Hey, John. As I'm from the UK, I only get to listen to old YouTube clips of Howard. Would you do a Whack Packer update to let us know who still makes it on the show? A Whack Packer update. I think they're searching for new, Whack Packers. I was never a Whack Packer.
Yeah, people always get the terminology screwed
No,
up.
That was his inside voice talking because nobody said you were a Whack Packer, John.
Yeah, that was definitely him replying to everybody who keeps calling him a Whack Packer.
Really on the defense.
I think because I remember my mom once, this is so funny, she goes, I heard you were at the Bunny Ranch. And I'm like, what? And it was because my nephew worked at a video store and they had a video thing and they said, seen at the Bunny Ranch, John the Stutterer. But it was John the Stutterer.
Yeah.
And people, yeah. And people think they mistake Stuttering John for John the Stutterer. I go, Mom, that's not me.
Mom, I'm Stuttering John. I'm not John the Stutterer.
No.
Okay, dear, I love you.
No, I don't pay for after I did after I got married.
Oh, I was going to say you did when you got divorced, too.
Oh, Walter
But
Yurko, why do you have a podcast? You see the hate? Why do I have a podcast?
Do you think Howard is waiting to read your book?
He's not reading my book.
But you don't think he's going to have somebody
he's
go
waiting
through
for
it?
one of his assistants to
Oh,
read
he'll
it
have
and tell him about it.
Yeah, he'll have somebody
Well,
go
that's
through
what I
it.
mean.
No, Howard's OCD wouldn't allow him to. I'm telling you. If I know his OCD as accurately as I think I do, there's no way he would read. It's going to freak him out. He's going to call his attorneys, try and see if he can sue me. But we got attorneys too, and he ain't going to win. Everything I say is true.
Our attorneys are Jewish.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, I'm sure his are.
once again, you hear Don chiming in there, and it's like Don is the producer. He does have a mixing board, And all three of them have different audio. It's amazing.
Also, I cracked the case on that second beer. It was 100% him because of how loud it was, and his mic is clearly the loudest.
Well, yeah, his mic is the loudest because he's, sitting a million miles away from his mic. Royce at least has his mic somewhat close, and Don is deep throating his mic.
And that OCD comment, his OCD won't let him read my book because that's not how OCD works, John. But we all know you don't know how it works.
R2, Royce.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was another kind.
Let's see. Bon Neustraub says, during your Stern years, who was your best friend from the show? Now, that's interesting. Now, I'm going to tell you. This is 3 people who are my best friends on the show. It started out as Jackie the Joke Man.
I'm a good guy.
And then he got sober.
And then it slowly became Robin Quivers. Because we would go out all the time. We even kissed, and I still maintain she gave me the tongue. No, seriously. I was leaving the car, her Saab, she had a gray Saab, and I was a Saba buoy.
I believe it was WATP, or was it Rico that recently revisited that? Somebody recently revisited the thing where John brought it up out of nowhere, like years after, and they were arguing about it for a while. I don't remember if it was a blunder or if it was a WATP.
There's a trend happening here too that I noticed right away. Once Robin was the second answer, it's the people who did stuff for him because both of them drove him to work and drove him home and stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah, because that was when Robin was driving him to work.
After Jackie stopped.
That's a good point.
So I wonder who the third one's going to be. Somebody else who drove him into work.
And I was leaving the car, and then we leaned in to kiss, and it was supposed to be a peck, but I'm pretty sure we had some tongue in there. And look, she banged Jim Florentine after that. So come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, third-rate comics. She obviously has it.
Yeah, she had me first.
Everybody has a fetish.
Again, you open up the doors for other people, John.
Yeah, of course.
You're a trendsetter.
And by the way, I love Jim. Jim just wrote a blurb for my book. That's another thing. It's when they're all like beat me up about blurbs for my book. I'm like, what the? I said Steve Guttenberg and Larry the Cable Guy. Oh, you're getting the A-listers. It's like, what the fuck?
Larry the Cable Guy is huge.
Larry the Cable Guy was the opening guest on The Tonight Show anytime he was on, which means you're an A-lister.
Look, Don and I were talking about this earlier. People love to hate on these successful comics because they've got something that other people would just die for.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, Larry the Cable Guy's a hack. Larry the Cable Guy has more success.
Oh, God, he's a millionaire. And he gave to the hospital, to where he lives. He donated like millions to them. First of all, his name is Dan Whitney.
Correct.
Dan is one of the nicest guys.
Everybody, well, I guess at this time, a lot of people didn't know that Larry the Cable Guy was a character. One of my favorite things is that one of the last couple of times that Larry the Cable Guy went on John's show, he had a chair with a monogram W on the back. And John was like, what's the W for? And he's like, my last name's Whitney. And John goes, oh, yeah.
And I love the thought in John's head that the two are mutually exclusive. You can be a successful hack. There have been plenty of them, especially in comedy.
Yeah, Dane Cook.
I was thinking more Gallagher, but yeah.
Gallagher.
His wife is wonderful. His kids. Dan is the sweetest guy in the world. That's why when I did Artie's podcast, Artie started fucking, beat me up because I wouldn't say that Jay Leno was funnier than Larry. Jay wouldn't want me to say that. I said they're both funny. And then Artie was like, what a hack. Artie was mad that Larry's picture was on the wall at a comedy club and his wasn't. I mean, Larry fucking has made a lot of people laugh.
I'm sorry.
He's made generations of people laugh. He's a Disney character.
Yeah, I was going to say,
He's huge.
I was going to say, what Disney character does Artie voice?
I know. And Beatha.
Pretty sure he wasn't the Aladdin, the genie in Aladdin.
What was the one Billy West to do? From Newhart. Yeah, I just gotta say, what was the name?
Oh God!
Come on, you remember from Newhart?
Yes.
Billy West did the impression.
I can't think of her name.
Plachette.
Suzanne Plachette.
Suzanne Plachette. Hey, how you doing? Hey, it's Artie. Suzanne Plachette.
How could Artie even think he's in the same ballpark as Larry the Cable Guy?
Well, he does, but that's Artie on heroin. Artie on heroin. That's why Artie's chapter is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde the heroin.
Just as I said, episode number 8 in a row talking about Artie.
Yeah. And like it all depends on what you're talking about. Like if we're talking pure stand up, Artie could wipe the floor with Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I do like Larry the Cable Guy. I always thought his comedy was great.
I never hated him. I liked his stupid songs. He did the Christmas carols. I still get those stuck in my head sometimes.
Because on heroin, Artie's a whole nother animal. Now, then coincidentally, the last best friend I had on the Stern Show was Artie Lang. So those are the three that I would say. All right, Hobart Jackson. Have you ever thought of getting the whole crew of ex-employees, minus Artie, if you still hate him, I don't hate Artie, and making a show of it? Me, Jackie, Grillo, Ganji, KC, TV guys, I'd listen. Here's the problem. If I did a show with Jackie, Jackie wouldn't want to fill all the airtime. No, here's the problem, Royce, and this is why I love Jackie, but Jackie will tell a story and it'll be 15 minutes long. That's like one story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still stuttering while he's doing that, so it's perfect. I think you and Jackie together, you would cover so much Stern history, people would go nuts for it.
Maybe.
Because I've heard the conversations you guys have that no one else is hearing, and it's fascinating to listen to you guys.
When did you ever hear Jackie and I?
You called him when you were in my You called him once when I was actually in the car, not in my backyard.
Oh, okay.
I won't say who you were on the phone with then, but I've heard these conversations.
Oh, what, Gary?
You said it.
Oh, no. I can say that I talked to Gary on the phone because nobody knows when I talked to him.
Well, the point being is these stories are endless.
So stupid. He's bafflingly stupid.
Yeah. Well, and also keep in mind this is still back when this is 2018 now. I mean, the internet is still forever, but also these stories are still pretty new. Well, new to the general public and I'm sure to people who used to talk to him, on the shows. This is after, of course, Stephanie Miller as well. So he's been telling these on Stephanie Miller.
The gall of him, though,
and all the other things that he was doing. But this is still like, as I said, for us, we forget that we've heard these stories and all this stuff so many times that at this point he really hadn't repeated it that much.
Sitting there saying, "Oh, he tells a story for 15 minutes. Fast forward 5 or 6 years, and John's doing 3-hour shows on one thought."
By the way, we're 25 minutes into this, into the let's call Donald Trump show. We're 25 minutes into it, haven't even started calling Trump
or talking about Trump in any way other than saying they're gonna later.
Yeah.
No, I can say that I talked to Gary on the phone because nobody knows when I talked to him.
Well, the point being is these stories are endless.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't even hate Gary. So just don't. How much does Ralph Buickon, who I like a lot, how much does Ralph get paid? That's a good question. I would say Ralph's making 200 to 250 G's a year.
See, I thought he was actually paying the play.
I mean, that is 250. Jesus Christ, why are they paying that fucking untalented guy? Ralph. It's in my book too, but there's so many stories I don't care about. But Ralph once put Howard in a Charlie Brown outfit, like literally a Charlie Brown shirt. I went into the E studio and go, is Howard really wearing that? Me, Robin Rosinski, Scott DePace, Doug Gassine were laughing our asses off.
You mean a yellow shirt with the stripes?
Yeah, with a stripe.
Not a picture of how.
But it wasn't like exactly, but it looked like Charlie Brown. That Ralph is the worst fashion person in the world.
Yeah.
But Howard just keeps him on because he needs somebody to fucking, talk to and back him up.
It's like rent a friend.
Buickon, feelings on Scott's tweet in regards to Howard.
We should probably address this. Get her done. He had a great line. He had great lines, like when he said, "Get her done."
That other time when he said, "Get her done."
That was really good. I like that one. That was a great one. Actually, he did. There was this thing that he did where he looked at or went to do crazy, like weird shit across America. I forgot what it was called. As Larry the Cable Guy, and there was one where he hung out with some Bigfoot hunters, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. But it wasn't trying to be funny. But basically, he's out there with these Bigfoot hunters, and they're doing the Bigfoot call, right? So they're like, I forget, it was like whoa, 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 something like that, right? It doesn't matter. And they're doing it, and Larry's like, or Dan or Larry's just like, what is that? They're like, that's a Bigfoot call. That's what the Bigfoot sound like. He's like, oh yeah, yeah. And they do it again, and then you hear off in the distance this, a Bigfoot, and they're like, that's a Bigfoot. And my only thought is, that's another group of Bigfoot hunters over there on the other side on another trail. And they're wooing at each other, but it's probably other people that the producers put out there in order to make. It was probably set up by the producers, like they do it. But my only thought was, how many times are they out there walking through the forest doing their Bigfoot call with another group of Bigfoot hunters over there on the other trail, also doing their Bigfoot call, and they're just doing Bigfoot calls at each other. It's like, we're talking to Bigfoot. That's the only thing I could think of while I was watching that whole episode. I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious, and they don't even understand how funny it is.
Yeah. Meanwhile, know nothing about what happened in the episode.
Right? Yeah. No, I don't know what happened in the episode.
Exactly. It's all about the comedy you make in your head.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at Bigfoot hunters doing Bigfoot calls at each other on different trails through a forest.
Support of him. And I guess Scott, the engineer, had to say that Howard has been okay. Howard still hasn't mentioned the passing of Scott's wife. Did you know that? That's kind of crazy to me. I don't know why. Salary of Fred and Robin, I think Fred's probably around maybe 600,000 to 800,000. Robin's probably at 4 million. Will you try to promote the book on the show, or are you on Marcy's list? I'm on the red flag list. They would never have me on the show. That's from John Rushak. And John asked me, do you listen to the Stern Show? And I'm so ever inclined to call in. I would go on the show any day of the week, but they would never have me.
And I believe it was discussed that there was no red flag list. It is my belief that I think like somebody higher up, or like probably Gary or somebody, just said, sorry, John, Howard has this red flag list of people we're not allowed to talk to you, and you're on it, just to keep John from pestering him.
That, or it was a list of one. It only had the name John Melendez on it.
And John also asked, does my ex-wife still speak to Beth occasionally? And then he asked, how long did it take you to cool off after Scott's tape of your Tonight Show demo? Tip your hat to him. That was fucking great radio. Yeah, Scott got the ultimate payback to me. After all the fucking times I fucked with Scott, he fucking, he saved that tape of my audition tape. You got to give him credit for that.
That tape was great.
I know. Did I make up with Artie? John asks. I tried calling Artie today, but he changes his number every other day, so I couldn't get a hold of him. I was going to ask him
because people keep telling you what it is.
And he did not handle that tape well either. He's laughing now like he played it off well. He didn't talk to Scott for years because of that.
Yeah. No, he did not take it well. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson. Thank you, Protein Jesus. You also have a good night. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Hopefully you're having a good time with this. I know we are. We are 28 minutes in, so we have a little less than an hour left to go. And we haven't even got to the part where they're calling Trump yet.
No, it's so wild.
But the thing that I thought was crazy about this, Jeans, I'm sorry, Protein Jeans. God.
I like the nickname.
Now you got to change it to Protein Jesus. Where was I getting it? Oh yeah. Whenever everybody clips this, they always clip like sort of this part out, like, right? This is actually some pretty good stuff that he's already talked about.
I've heard this early stuff, but I assumed it was a different episode because, like you said, they clip it out of the Trump part and they usually present them sort of separately.
Oh no, it isn't a different episode.
Oh, this isn't the same as the Trump call?
Oh no, it is the Trump call.
That's what I'm saying. They usually.
But all the stuff you're hearing is in a different episode.
Yeah.
It's in all the different episodes. He repeats all this shit.
Fair
constantly.
point.
You want to write a blurb. And then we're going to call. I'd just like to get through the questions.
Instead of a blurb, can you have Artie do a line on a certain page of the book and then just...
Let's see. All right. It's so funny. Well, let me just say this. Royce, I don't know if I think I told you, Don. Mm-hmm. I was just at UCSB, which is the University of Santa Barbara. And I was there because my daughter Lily is, just got done with 11th grade. Out of 1,000 of the smart kids, she has a 4.5 Q. She's already taken all college classes, and
I think you meant
you get above a 4.
Yeah, he said a 4.5 Q or something like that. I think you meant GPA.
I assume so.
Yes, at my high school, you could get above a 4. With extracurriculars and stuff like that will put you above a 4.
Must be an American thing.
Yeah, it probably is. It depends on the school. Like in the school district, some will and some won't. But at my high school,
didn't even get letter grades. Ours were all numbers.
Yeah, well, hold on.
Still time.
That one snuck up on me. Yeah, you get letter grades, but each letter corresponds to a number. Like an A is a 4.
Ours were like 3. Up to 100. Like anything above an 80 was an A, and stupid stuff like that.
In high school, or 80% of college class. 1,000 applicants to get into this special summer program when you get college credit. $10,000 is how much it costs. They give you room, board, and you go to, like you're in your own dorm, everything. Out of 1,000 applicants from around the world, 15 students got half scholarships, 5,000. Only 2 students got full scholarships. And my kid is one of them.
That's awesome.
I mean, how freaking great. That's why I was late to the podcast. Because like I said, I forgot to drop off the Tums. I dropped off her computer and a lamp and some washcloths. And then I drove an hour away. She goes, "Where's the Tums?" I go, "Fuck." I picked up Tums and went back. Now, how could you not do that for that? I mean, God, I had tears in my eyes. When my ex-wife told me this, I was like, holy shit, this kid is just like, she's in high honor Spanish. They speak Spanish and they have to debate politics in all Spanish.
That's crazy.
It's just, she's unbelievable. And then John Conroy writes, "Good for her. How did a dummy like you have such smart kids?"
Well, I was going to say, clearly it skipped a generation, right? It's not hereditary.
But see, that's there again is
that's Twitter.
There's the fallacy. Royce, I took my IQ test on his third show.
I know you did.
I got a 136. I'm a smart guy.
You took the bait.
You know I'm a smart guy. And I know because my guidance counselor.
Just want to point out to Jokey the Jackman. No, he was talking about Lily. Greta is the one you're thinking about. Greta is the one that turned into night.
The IQ thing, that explains why this part has been played before.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't an IQ test. It was one of those online quizzes. Then they It was, it wasn't an IQ test. It was just, probably like a pop culture quiz on Facebook or something. And they're like, "Your IQ is 136.
Pulled me aside after we were goofing on some girl in the bus, and then I got a pink slip, and I had to go to the guidance, and they said the guidance counselor, Mr. Maldabid sits across from me and he goes, "What's wrong with you?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're goofing off." He goes, "Do you realize we've checked your IQ scores from every year and you have superior IQ? Why are you being such an idiot?"
Did you ever take an IQ test in school?
No.
Me neither. Not once.
No. And I'm closer to the age of where John was in school than you are.
Yeah.
And we never took. We took. See, when I was a junior and when I was a senior, we took like I guess what you call like placement tests or like a career test, stuff like
Aptitude
that.
test things. Yeah.
Aptitude test, not just SATs. I mean, there's SATs obviously, but we also took like career tests and stuff like that, but never an IQ test.
Because I'm just like having fun. But yes, I'm not an idiot, but whatever. Don't worry, we'll call him Donald Trump soon. I have a feeling it's going to be anticlimactic. We'll get back to the tweets, but let's do it. Done.
Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Anticlimactic.
I don't know if it's going to be anticlimactic.
Well,
We got a number?
I texted it to you.
Donald, I will say this.
It's Mr. President to you.
No, it ain't. Donald has always picked up the phone when I've called him. Let's see if it still works.
Well, let me be your off.
This is probably a good time to take a quick break. I have to go to the bathroom.
Sounds good.
So if you need to take a pee break, go ahead. I'm going to let this play while I go. If you want to hang, that's cool. If not, smoke them if you got them. Take
I'll
go
pee
drain
and
the
pop
bladder.
back.
But anyway, everybody, I'm going to let this play. We'll be back in just a minute.
Office. And let me say,
No.
John Melendez.
Donald doesn't like that. He likes the like stuttering John asking for advice. He doesn't want any professionalism. And judging by his president, he obviously doesn't want any professionalism.
Can I just read it to you over the air? It's a public number.
Public number. It's the White House, right?
It's the switchboard 202 456 1414. You sure you don't want me to?
No.
Okay. All right.
Let's see what happens.
We'll do that on the second call.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try that, and we'll try that next.
So you
time.
gets through first.
Well, next time, we'll say I'm like Mitch McConnell. You say, hey, this is
No, you say you're Senator Melendez. They'll think it's Senator Menendez, and you're in.
perfect.
That's where I wanted to do it.
Yeah, but then I'm duping Donald. Let me try it first.
God forbid somebody dupes the Donald.
No, I know. Let me try first, like the real way.
Didn't Putin dupe him when he got elected?
Well, Stormy Daniels certainly,
I heard
did more than dupe him.
There's a huge gap in your book between chapters 6 and 9.
The good, the bad, and the buoy, I think, comes up at like chapter 3, but I call it chapter 9. Chapter 9.
It looks like they immediately hung up.
Come on, Royce.
Oh, what are you talking about? That's the number.
There's got to be another number.
They might have hung up because they might not have heard us.
Oh, come on.
I'm dialing it back. Let's see what we get.
But why aren't we hearing ring?
Hold on.
Can we hear it
Well, it's
ring?
not a regular phone. It's a computer. I don't know if it rings.
Well,
Let's see. It's calling.
all right. And then, let's see. Hello, Donald. Hello, Mr. Trump. Just want to say thanks for the real estate advice. He used to pick up all the time. I would call him and go, Donald, I'm thinking about buying a car.
See, it picks up and no. Hold on.
Come on, there's got to be another number. Come on, Royce. You're supposed to be my producer.
I'll call from my cell phone.
All right. Well,
Let's see.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored and
All right.
will not be recorded.
all right, give me that.
Once again, I'd like to point out recorded, edited podcast.
It's probably because it's calling from the computer.
The White House.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes, hi. Could I speak to President Trump? This is his friend, Stuttering John.
I'm sorry, sir. He's unavailable at the moment.
All right, well,
You
wait.
have to...
Well, wait. Could you get him a message? Because, he knows me. He's picked up the phone with me a bunch of times. Just tell him it's Stuttering John Melendez.
I'm sorry, sir. You'll just have to call back another time. We can't take messages here at the switchboard.
Well, how do I get in touch with him?
You could always call back.
When's a good time? Because I need some real estate advice. He always gives me real estate advice.
Okay, sir. Well, he's not here at the White House. So you'll have to either leave him a message on the comment line or send in an email or do it by letter.
All right. Well, where do I email? What's the email? Is Melania there? Because she knows me. I can talk to her.
Thank you for calling the White House. To write to President Trump or...
I'm going to be honest with you here. I don't think anybody's ever played the part where he tried to get in touch with Donald as himself.
I may have. I know I've at least heard somebody talk about that before, but it is fucking hilarious. In his mind, he actually thought I could just call Donald still. Our relationship hasn't changed since he became president.
Well, I mean, if he had Trump's number, his personal number, he probably could, but he doesn't. He doesn't have Trump's.
No, and he probably never did.
Yeah, when John says he talked to Trump all the time, the way he talked to him is, "What do you want to talk to Howard about?"
Or literally, like he said, "Hey, what should I do how do I make free money with your help?"
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever actually heard him heard the part where he tried to get a hold of Trump as Stuttering John. Wow. I said this is full of surprises. I haven't listened to this yet. I've only listened to the first little bit, like the first few minutes. And this is all new to me too. I find that to be better, but here we go. Let's go. That was actually pretty funny.
I love how she just dumped him to the computer. She's like, "I'm done."
It's just straight dumped him.
We gotta do this every day. All right. Now we'll call from my phone, and I'll say I'm from Senator. Give me that number again. Hold on.
I'm Senator. I can't say it.
Also, I'm amazed it worked the second time, considering they called right back.
Well, they called first from Royce's phone, and then now they're going to call from John's phone.
Even still, you think it's probably, unless it's a different chick, who knows? Maybe we'll find out.
I'm going to try one more time on the computer. Bear with me.
No. Well, it doesn't matter. We can just do it like this. Give me the number again.
All right.
Yeah, 202. Go ahead.
202-456-1414.
Okay. 456
1414.
1414. Don't worry, I'll do my best. Bon Scott as he said.
Training purposes,
Got it.
this call may be monitored, not be recorded.
Sounds like shit, Don.
Yeah.
Just like his speeches.
The White House?
Oh yeah, because before they were put the phone up to Royce's, probably put the phone up to Royce's mic.
They were calling through the computer, I think, the first time, so the audio was better.
Okay.
Now he's actually holding his phone to the mic like an idiot.
And then Don probably has his fucking mic all the way up because he's sitting a million miles away from it.
Yes, hello. This is John Sterling with calling for Senator John Menendez.
Are you on a speakerphone?
No, I'm not a speakerphone. It's we're calling for Senator Menendez. He wanted to speak to the president.
We have a very bad connection.
Okay, I'm going to try calling in a different thing. Okay. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, she hung up.
Okay, now Royce, Senator Menendez, right? What's his first? Bob Menendez, right? I think it's Bob's. All right, so hold on. I'm going to do it.
He said John the first time.
Maybe use like an English accent.
Yes. But I got to come up with a name. This is
American. I meant
Sean Moore. Okay, here we go.
And that was another thing. I always thought he started with the Sean Moore.
That first time he said John something, and then he said John Menendez too. So he's lucky that he had a bad connection. The chick would have immediately known that he was a fucking idiot.
Well, he's playing a different character too. He wasn't like doing the Sean Moore thing. He said his name was something else.
Yeah, John something. He's so creative. They were both named John.
Are you on a speakerphone? Training purposes,
Got it.
this call may be monitored, not be recorded.
Sounds like shit, Don.
just like his speeches.
The White House?
Yes, hello. This is John Sterling with calling for Senator John Menendez.
Are you on a speakerphone?
No, I'm not a speakerphone. It's we're calling for Senator Menendez. He wanted to speak to the president.
We have a very bad connection.
Okay, I'm gonna try calling in a different thing. Okay.
Drops the accent
Okay.
completely.
Hello.
Yeah, she hung up.
Okay, now Royce, Senator Menendez.
I'm gonna try calling in on a different thing.
Yeah, it's so mind blowing to me. Like, because what I think is happening there is he's going, "Don't say John, don't say John." So he says John twice.
Right? You know, what's his first? Bob Menendez, right? I think it's Bob's.
Ah,
All right.
Oh
So
yeah,
alone.
that's right. He did call him John Menendez, right?
Yeah, John Sterling and John Menendez. So he was probably sitting there saying, "Don't say John, don't say John."
hold on. I'm gonna do it. I'll do my.
Maybe use like an English accent.
Yes. But I got to come up with a name. This is
American, I meant.
Sean Moore. Okay, here we go. 2 bonds.
Yeah, Bob.
It says, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded. The White House?
Yes, hello. This is Sean Moore. I'm calling for Senator Bob Menendez to speak to Mr. Trump.
Almost fucked it up.
Senator Menendez?
Yes, I'm calling from the office of Senator Bob Menendez.
All right, sir, I apologize. The president is out of town. He's in Fargo, North Dakota. Is this an emergency?
Yes, I'd like to get in touch with
Yeah.
the president. We, the senator does on a certain bill that's pressing right now. That the president said that he would talk to Senator Menendez directly.
Okay, one moment.
He's a good guy.
I can't believe this worked.
No shit, right? Well, impersonating a senator, which is, a felony, and also somebody that they didn't know at the time, Trump actually had like a personal relationship with, and was integral in his campaign, and I think has a relationship with his stepdaughter or something. With the anyway, he's like in with the family basically.
And from what I understand, Bob Menendez was in the news around this time shortly before. So, but it's still just it sounds like a prank call the way he's talking, the amount he's stammering, and I expect the White House gets lots of prank calls if this is a public number. So it just seems like she should have read through his bullshit a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean that is true. It is kind of funny that they even got through in the first place. I do have to kind of admit that. But on the other hand,
He got
He wa-
lucky, like John always does.
he got very lucky with impersonating a senator that Trump probably did actually want to talk to.
Yeah. At the right time, he picked the right senator. Like he falls ass backwards in everything, and this is just another example. And then he did nothing with it, like John.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, he got lucky like he always does and fell bass backwards into it. Didn't even know anything about it. And in fact, the next episode is when they talk about, oh wait, did you know that Trump actually knows Senator Menendez? Like I didn't know that. Once again, it was playing. It is playing. All right. Once again, this is a podcast. It has been edited.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that, so it's good that you've pointed out.
I know. As I've been going through these podcasts, I also keep forgetting because I'm so used to like watching where he was like his live streams and stuff, or rewatching his live streams. I always forget. Well, he didn't edit the ones up until he started with Royce. So this is his second podcast that he's done with Royce in the 8 podcasts. So I didn't expect him to edit the others, but the ones that he does with Royce actually do get edited. I mean, they bleep out a phone number in this. So so this isn't John. This is like Royce or Don that's actually doing the editing.
Yeah, it's definitely not John.
Well, no, John's not going to edit a damn thing. So his other podcast did come off sort of like a live stream.
You're his chief of staff or scheduler or
Oh no, I'm Senator Menendez's assistant, Sean Moore. I've met Donald a bunch of times. I've met Melania.
I need
A bunch
to
of
write all
times.
this down, sir. Sean is S-H-A-W-N?
SEAN as in Sean Connery, and Moore as in Roger Moore.
That didn't set off alarm bells.
No, 2 James Bond names right in a row.
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
It's still going, by the way.
Yeah, how are you doing today? How is Washington?
And she can't hear them chuckling in the
my hemorrhoids
background.
are killing me right.
I mean, maybe she couldn't, or maybe they didn't at the time. I'm sure they keep listening these days, just to in case it's like something that might want to hear in the background. But
It's
maybe
amazing.
at the time that the switchboard wasn't allowed to. I don't know. It's only 8 years ago.
You just said something. They probably did increase security because of this, like the way they screen calls because of John Melendez.
I actually wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, King of All Dis has an idea about that.
What's up, KOAD?
Hello? Hello?
They're trying to connect you. Can we just talk about that they totally gave away the president's location without even blinking?
You think he's really there? Or is that their go-to
I
place?
think she just gave you GPS coordinates.
The Secret Service is going to be...
Sorry we don't have the president. His latitude and longitude are... She's writing this down with it.
Hello? Hello? Are you using a hammer and chisel to write this down? Hello?
Sir, I'm going to have to,
Yes.
I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to send his assistant, Madeline.
Oh, Madeline. Yes, I love Madeline. She's a very, very nice lady. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, or maybe I can send it through, let me see if I can send it through, Signal. What's the senator's first name?
Bob Menendez.
Rob. Okay, Robert Menendez. One moment.
Yes, but, we call him Bob.
Right, okay, one moment.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, that's good. Sneak that in.
Once again, how did this get through?
And you're telling me the White House has never been Baba Booeyed once?
Especially at this time. Remember, this is decade after Stern was huge.
Yeah.
Well, a little less than 2018. Yeah, I think he was just starting to sort of go on his downfall around that time, right?
Just
Maybe a
it
little
was
before
less
that.
than a decade before this, so
Yeah.
where he was still hot.
I'm sorry, Mr. Menendez. We're trying here. She's trying. He's in Fargo, North Dakota, or something like that. Is that part of America? I didn't think so.
My God.
Mr. Menendez. What? I'm not wiping her ass.
He's so lucky she didn't hear this.
This job. Are you there, ma'am? Mum? This is just freaking ponderous, man. It's ponderous. It's going to be goddamn...
I think they just write a message down.
Yes, I think...
If you're listening, this is representational of the state of the White House because they cannot take a message.
Well, pens are expensive, you see.
Nobody restocked the office supplies since Obama left.
Hello? I'm trying... Well, they might be trying to get the Donald on the phone. I'm sorry, Mr. Menendez. We're trying to get the president. I know you have a pressing issue. I know. There are too many six-pack, those little plastic rings in the ocean, and we are going to get that fixed. We want our seagulls alive.
Oh. Such great improv.
Just what?
As he said, it's ponderous.
Everything he's saying is fucking ponderous.
This whole thing, once again, recorded and edited podcast, people.
Yeah.
You got to keep remembering that because we're so used to hearing them live.
But I will give him credit. This is the only time I've ever heard him fill dead air intentionally.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. He was actually trying to lead. He was at least trying to fill dead air at this point.
Mr. Menendez, why are you taking a picture of your crotch?
Where did she go?
I don't know.
What a fucking idiot.
She's walking to Fargo, North Dakota.
Now, do you think she's on a wireless phone, or she have a very long cord she's taking across the White House?
I don't know. We're trying to find out. Hello?
I think the Secret Service is about to break in the door.
Here?
Yes.
That's most people that ever have here.
Spoiler alert, they do.
Well,
I mean, eventually they do.
Yeah, I was going to say, just not that day.
No. They eventually, do go pay John a visit.
we have to fill some time here. Hey, Don, you want to give me another beer?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm a little empty here.
We're going to have beers.
What? Yeah, grab yourself one. You want one, Royce? Hello?
That confirms nobody else has drank so far.
Also, he doesn't have to fill time. It's a fucking podcast, and it could just be removed before putting it out.
It's a good thing this is not.
Sir, this is White House Signal.
Yes, hi. I'm calling for Senator Bob Menendez. We're trying to get in touch with the president.
Yes. Right now, the president is currently speaking. So once he comes off the stage, we'll reach out to the mill aide and see when he's actually available to pick up a phone call.
Okay. Do you want to call back, or should we call back?
What?
Hello?
Just one moment, sir. So, we'll call back to you. The White House operator actually gave me a phone number. Let me just double check if this is the correct number he wants to call back at.
Sure.
It's 818.
Yes.
See,
Is that edited?
yep, they edited out the number.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Okay. So we'll have that online, and that will be the number we reach back to.
So that proves that they edited this.
Only to protect
All right.
themselves.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, maybe only two. They didn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna say they didn't protect themselves with the dead air, the stupid bullshit.
Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Is it true that Donald jerks off to of Ivanka?
Have you ever?
I can't believe we even got that far.
Wow.
If he calls me,
He's gonna call you back. You have to record that.
I don't know how to do that.
You cannot leave my side for the rest of the evening. It's a very simple answer.
We're staying on the air. Till he calls back. The marathon has begun.
If I may, they will call you back. I promise you, you're gonna get a call back.
Yeah, but it won't be from Donald.
It'll be from one of his people.
Yeah, but then I'm going to say, I'm sorry, the senator's not here. Can we call, can we set up a call tomorrow? But at some point, they got to check with Senator Bob Menendez.
Wouldn't you think that Senator Bob Menendez doesn't have an 818?
No, he can
Also, your whole cell phone number just went out over the podcast.
No, he's going to edit that out, you idiot. What, you never heard of fucking editing, Royce?
No, I have not.
No, they have not.
So it's the producer there, the quiet guy.
What is that?
The editor. He's the editor, obviously. Because it's not John. It's not Royce.
It's not Royce. Yeah.
Hey, it might improve my sex
Note
life.
to beep that.
Do you know, please, Don, take my phone number out. That was, dude.
Okay, yeah, confirmation. It is Don that does the editing. Now, keep in mind, I believe Don said that he wasn't in a very good place in his life at this point, and he did not give a fuck. And he also hated these two, but I don't think he
I
hated
wonder
them
why.
here. I don't think he hated them here. I think it's later on. He said it was a few weeks before he really hated both of them.
If he hated them, he probably would have left the number in.
What? All right, you said it to me. I'll take it out. Okay,
we'll fix it.
Sure. No, but dude, that is awesome. If we can, all right. Once a podcast, we will call with a different, scenario. All right.
Who knew he was speaking right now? Where is he?
In Fargo, North Dakota. So right now it's 6. It's at 9.
It's easily 9.
It's at 9. So he's speaking. Well, listen. Hold on. Let me just read the last tweets, and then that was hysterical.
I was in tears. There was a moment I was kind of on the floor. I'm sure there was a lot of dead air for everyone listening at home, but 3 attempts, you got through to the White House.
It's not live.
Yeah, they talk like it is. And there was one thing that just jumped in my mind that when we went to the bathroom, he said that was so amazingly stupid. He wrote chapter 3 in his book about Gary, called it chapter 9 because of the gnawing thing. Unless his book was less than 9 chapters, just make chapter 9 about Gary, you dumb fuck. Why? Like,
I don't remember that part because I don't remember much about the book. I listened to WETP go through it.
Oh my god.
So, but
he brought it up when you peed.
Yeah, no, I was listening. But at this point, his book is still coming out in like October or something at the end of the year. So his book hasn't come out yet. Yeah, and at this point in 2018, his book isn't coming out yet. It's coming out at the end of the year.
I wonder how many chapters it is.
Yeah, look that up while we listen.
They owe you a call back.
He's speaking live right now.
Oh, he is.
It's got a rally going. And
they're not even lying to us.
No. They gave you his fucking location. First of all,
well, Royce, if he's live on the news, then they're not giving any secret information.
I know, but still, it's a little.
I don't care, Don. I don't want you to fucking experiment with your. Hopefully this.
To build a home on the plains.
Stutter John just called me.
Fixed it.
All right, but we'll do that next time.
Hold on,
I gotta end this at some point.
He's writing your blurb live.
All right, Rod Stiffington, who I love because he uses Hank 3 Angry Drunken Dwarf. Love the podcast. Have heard rumors that Scott no longer works for the Stern Show. Oh, that's true. Howard has said nothing about his wife. Also, when U2 was in the studio, he named of the engineering team with no mention of Scott. What do I know about this? I know. Now, this is a big one. This is according to a heroin-induced source. But Scott talked to this person and a parent. Oh, wait, I'm getting an unknown call.
Ooh.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, John Moore. This is the White House operator.
Yes, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. I just
Voice.
verify your phone number. I noticed it's a.
Oh, wait. Did he do the voice?
Hello?
Not the first time.
John Moore.
And a parent. Oh, wait, I'm getting an unknown call.
Ooh.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, John Moore. This is the White House operator.
Yes, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. I just want to verify your phone number. I noticed it's a California area code.
Yes.
Is that a cell phone? Because we don't have that listed under the senator's
Yes.
information.
Well, it's only because we're on vacation.
Oh, you're on vacation. Okay, great. I just needed to clarify that. And it is a cell phone number.
Yes, it is, but that's only because I'm not in Washington right now.
Okay. And you did speak with the signal operator, correct?
Yes, they said they're going to get back to us. I hope they can get back to us in time as we have, a couple of engagements out here,
All right, perfect. I just wanted to verify everything. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for calling back.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, are you stripping Donald like Stormy Daniels did? And how many times has Donald stripped Ivanka? You crazy motherfucker.
I'm going to pay you a compliment.
What?
There is such consistency in your accent.
Where?
And also, let's just note that you shifted accents on her, and she did not even know.
No. Well, you know why? Because when Jay Leno calls me, it comes up unknown, too. Hey, John. How you doing, Fleno? What's up? Anyway, about...
Wow.
But it wasn't the phone. You were fucking expecting it.
Like,
it was the call you were expecting.
And knowing John the little bit I do from how much we watch him, like, he really in his head thinks like, oh, that might have been Jay Leno calling, so I wasn't sure. Like, that's not an
No
act.
shit. That's a good point. Yeah, he probably thought it might have been Jay. I
Yeah.
don't know. Could have been Jay. No, never mind. It was going. I was expecting the White House, the White House switchboard to call me back.
Yeah. They just said it 5 minutes ago, but I forgot and thought it might be Jay fucking Leno.
Scott, yeah. What I heard is that Scott was getting fired from the Stern Show. He begged Howard in the hallway to keep his job for his wife's health care, and Howard said, you're not allowed to talk to me in the hallway. That's what I heard. Fredzo asked me, at Fred Corson 34, did Hook Nose have you sign a non-disclosure? And
non-disclosure?
You taught that good. Disclosure.
I signed a non-disclosure.
Oh, that should be what the Latanya and Andrea ones are called.
Those are very, very much disclosures.
There's no. And Randy Robert, how many chapters and pages in the book? Any picks we haven't seen? It'll be about 400 pages, and they will be
280.
Seen.
What did you say?
280 pages.
Okay.
I couldn't find out how many chapters, but yeah, not 400.
All right, chapters and pages in the book. Any picks we haven't seen? It'll be about 400 pages, and they will be. There's plenty of pictures you haven't seen. All right. That's about it. I think that's all. A lot of people are congratulating my kid, which is nice. And we have to.
Wait, is this live? Maybe it's live on Facebook?
It is a 2018, so I think that you could go live, obviously, but I don't think these idiots could figure it out.
Well, I downloaded this from his podcast, so maybe there's a live component.
Possibly, because like they had Pal Talk and Opie and Anthony back in the day, so this is years later after that. Maybe it's something like that.
Maybe they were live on Facebook or something. I know it wasn't live on YouTube, but the way they're talking, because he just said somebody's congratulating my kid.
Yeah, or he put a post out that was like "Happy birthday to my kid,"
or
and yeah, something like that.
Keep on doing this. Oh, by the way, let me give a shout out to Carrie Grunefeld, because he is a Stuttering John podcast fan, as opposed to that dumbass website and that nobody knows or cares about.
I'm not.
His name is Carl, and he's very popular.
And I'm suing him.
And he knows who he is now.
Big on shout outs, but can I just one quick shout out?
Of course, Royce.
Shout out to the White House switchboard.
Right.
Because you guys are operating on all cylinders right now. So just nothing but.
Well, wait. Give them credit. It took them 20 minutes to figure out that I'm calling from LA.
It took her 20 minutes to find a fucking pen.
And not only that, you would think they would call the real assistant to Bob Menendez and go, did you guys call us? But instead, they're calling me back.
And Bob, you couldn't have hired a domestic assistant?
They're calling me back. I mean, what the fuck? How could they call me back, Royce?
I told you this would work.
I'm calling with the worst English accent.
Did I not
Say
tell
it
you?
again. He has a fucking the English accent thing needs to be pointed out. Why, one, did he go with an English accent? Two, I think most assistants aren't male. Like this chick should. There are so many red flags here.
Yeah, like the English accent thing was obviously. As I said, yeah, the Baba Boo Eater.
She had to have heard that one at least.
Spinal Tap.
I told you they would call you back. I told you this White House is a mess.
No. Spinal Tap, they're decent English. Worst English accent since Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap.
Let's just pretend like it's the best English accent ever. When she called you back, you didn't have the accent.
I know. I said, hello.
Yeah. You only picked up the accent on sentence 2.
I know. Because for some reason
she's so nervous. She couldn't find the pen. Then she found the pen. She doesn't know what legislation she might let fall through her fingers.
Well, listen, this is what we got to do tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Well, next Tuesday.
You tell me.
I mean, well,
you can't leave my side for the rest of the night. I have to make sure we get this phone call recorded.
No. Well, then you're coming with me to. I got to go to
Places?
Beverly Hills. I got to go to Beverly Hills.
Why are you going to Beverly Hills?
I have a meeting.
Oh.
But here's the thing.
You can just do.
Later, he says he had a date.
Bullshit. On both.
Screen recording.
I got a date. I got a meeting with the guys at the bar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking he was going to say.
Yeah. Just show me how to do that because I gotta go home and take a shower.
Actually,
Right,
what you should really do is when they call, just say, oh, he's speaking, and give me a number to have him return, and see if you can get a direct line.
Okay. Yeah, because they're not. I don't even think they're gonna call me.
Oh, they will.
Well, they're gonna figure out it's BS.
Maybe.
Like they should have done that 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. We got pretty deep into that.
I think we're pretty past. She called you back to question your phone. Are you calling from a cell phone?
Hey.
Oh, yeah. I'm.
And now Don can't seem to find a microphone because he's all far away and echoey. Whereas he was up on it. He was, giving his microphone fellatio at the beginning.
And I know this has probably been pointed out, but I don't travel much. Do you buy a cell phone when you go on vacation with a different number?
Oh, absolutely. That's, first thing I do. No, I've had the same phone number of 4 different states that I've lived in.
The whole thing is so stupid, I know, but it's ridiculous.
Calling from a cell phone with a terrible accent.
But how quick? Oh, yes, we're on holiday. We're on vacation now.
Well, I'm on vacation, but we have a speaking engagement. I have an 818 area code, but I'm calling from Wales.
Cell phones don't work to get a local number.
I love
vacationing in the valley, so we get a local number.
I love that she said, he goes, well, I see your 818. Isn't that California? No.
She's like trying to help you.
How much research?
Keep the story going. So let's review. You called the White House on the 3rd try. Okay, you got through. They took you seriously. They bumped you up to the next person because the other woman couldn't find a pen. Then they called you back to verify the right number. Any moment now.
No, the other dude called me too. Did you say that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That is hysterical. You know what? I bet you that next week, or we might do a special podcast because I don't know if anyone's doing this now.
No, listen. When he calls you and he looks for Bob Menendez, you'd be like, I'm stuttering John Melendez.
That's the point.
Misunderstood.
No, that's the point. It's like my cousin Vinny. No, I'm going to pull on my cousin Vinny. No, what was the guy's name? No, not Caleb, Baylib, but whatever he said.
Yeah. Jerry Gallo.
Yeah, Gallo. You say Gallo?
Not Menendez.
Not Menendez. No, I said Senator because I was running for Senator Melendez.
That wasn't a British accent. I was stuttering.
Sean Moore.
I love your James Bond references.
Maybe somebody told him, hey, what you did is a federal crime, right?
Yeah, that would terrify him. And I was thinking, remember earlier you thought this might be live? It couldn't be because somebody would have clued the White House in if they knew this was going on.
No. Nobody listened to this.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Literally, remember even when he first started going live on YouTube, maybe a dozen people, but yeah, he got no downloads, he got no listens on any of this.
Getting trolled on Twitter is different than people listening, I guess.
Well, actually, this particular episode that we're listening to actually had their most downloads. I think he said over 40,000 or something like that. Yeah. And this is keep in mind, this is the podcast. This is what they wanted everybody to watch or listen to as the pinnacle of the Stuttering John podcast. This is their magnum opus. This is the one that you listen to this, you're definitely going to continue to listen to the Stuttering John podcast. This is the one they point everybody to listen to.
he did interviews after the fact about this on like real news stations and shit. Like they could have capitalized on this, but classic John.
On WATP, they were like doing the thing with the Stephanie Miller show. Remember they with the one interviewing the guy with Stephanie Miller, and John brought up this episode that the guy needed to go watch to get an idea about John's. Wait, no, that. Yeah, I'm sure, but
So Stephanie must have been after this.
I thought Stephanie Miller was before this. Maybe he was still doing some Stephanie Miller during this. But I thought it was only a few months.
Now my timeline's all fucked up.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I remember earlier somebody was like talking to in an interview with somebody, and he was told them to listen to this episode. So this is the episode that he wants everybody to listen to. By the way.
By the way.
And you wonder why. By the way. By the way. So he wonders why nobody ever listened. Why his podcast never picked up traction.
I forget. Trump does call them back the same day while they're still on, right?
Yeah, it'll get there.
Okay.
There's still about exactly 30 minutes left.
I just thought English. I thought English. Let me pick two of my favorite James Bonds.
You have now
Sean Daniel Moore.
Oh my god.
Hold on, we need to answer this question from Fat Guy 2, who asks, "What the fuck are they laughing at? Your guess is as good as mine, dude."
Themselves.
Oh, it's Daniel Craig for the president.
That's what we got to do. Because Donald loves celebrities anyway. You know, I could do a decent Howard. Hey, it's hot. No, I don't know if I can do it anymore. I fooled his wife once, and Howard like got mad at me because he told me stop doing my fucking impression. I would answer the phone. Hey, it's Howard. Hey, man. Hey, John, man. Did you call Ronnie? I can't do it now.
That's good enough, though.
You know, but
no, it's really
John,
not.
I can't do it now. But I used to do a good Howard. But yeah.
Oh, and I did want to say, yes, I did scrub around on this one to make sure that he does talk to Howard. So I know I did scrub around to make sure that, or not talk to Howard, talk to Trump. Like I did scrub around to make sure that the Trump call is in here. It is in here. Eventually.
You know, if we could get a good, impression.
Work on your Bob Menendez first.
All right. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to the Stuttering John podcast. Royce, we record from the studio, the wonderful studio, and thank you, Don, for trying to at least try and get the audio working right. Hopefully, this audio is better, dude. I mean, Royce, if that audio is not bad, we got to fire fucking.
See, now he's like leaning forward, so he's like in the mic. So he's noticed that John isn't echoing very much, but everybody else is echoing.
And this is ridiculous.
I'm still thinking about the White House. I can't help myself.
I know, but get over it. And we have all the freaking shit here to block sound, and we're going to try. Because we have a great room here. This is a great podcast room.
Perfect.
So all we got to do is get this shit together. And, this is a work in progress. Keep on listening. We will do more shit like this. And you know what? We have to do this every podcast now.
If they knew how much chaos was going on here, before the podcast, this is...
No, I was driving...
doing great.
I was driving back from fucking Santa Barbara. I got here. I'm 4 beers in. I got to go fucking have a meeting, have a nice martini over at El Pistachio, whatever it is in fucking Beverly Hills.
Was it a book meeting?
What?
Book meeting?
Not a book meeting. No. It's just a career meeting.
Well, listen, much like the
drinking.
front office at the White House, this podcast is a work in progress.
Of course.
We'll get there.
Of course. We will get there. But it's, I like everyone involved. I like everything here. All we got to do is figure this shit out. Just to make the audio like better. Hopefully this will be better. Does it sound better to you now than it did
yes. The echo is...
No, it's exactly the same as the previous podcast, as the first time. As the first one
is gone. The volume's pretty stable. I'm watching the meter.
All right. The only thing I want you to edit,
you should be listening to the audio, to the output,
is just my number.
Well, yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah. You keep 818 in, obviously, just everything else.
And for God's sake, cut out the White House number. We don't want someone stealing Zach.
Well, we almost should because everyone's going to. I'm telling you, I can't imagine people haven't done. I'm sure people have done this. Come on, it's not original. You always call the White House.
We'll cut all those
probably 1,000 times a day.
But the good news is that we got at least them to fucking continue to call us back.
Listen, I'm just saying this. If he cuts his speech short tonight, it's because he has a very important call to return.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he's got an important call.
If Donald, that's the one thing, and I'm going to tell you this, and then we'll go. But every time I called Donald, granted it was when I was on the Stern Show. No, it was even after, even when I was on Tonight Show. Every single time I called him, at his, office, he picked up immediately. John, how you doing? He talked me out of buying a place in Battery Park City. He goes, well, it's a land lease. For those, if you don't know what a land lease is, it means that in 50 years, the city could take your condo back. Oh. So he's like, I don't like land leases, but if you love it, and he's going through the numbers of how many dollars per foot. I mean, he was good, and it's very helpful. And then I called him once about getting on The Apprentice, and we talked for a while there. I mean, he's always picked up the phone. If he heard I was calling,
then why doesn't John call that number?
Yeah. And
there's every chance.
John being like, oh, he's good at real estate. Like, no shit, John. I think everybody universally knows that's a fact.
Yeah, and Rick caught on to it. I was also going to say it. Yeah, he said he drove there, had 4 beers, and is going to drive to Beverly Hills to drink and drive some more.
Good catch.
Yeah, I did catch that, but I didn't, I didn't pause it because I was like, I figured
credit for Rick's work.
I was waiting for Rick to shine.
In the world that he would come on the show,
especially if he thinks you're Bob Menendez.
No, but I'm saying, Donald, I'm trying. I used my real name the first time, but they don't want him to put me in the phone. We always talked. I flew on his helicopter. When are you going to get the kids back with the parents? That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, hey, get those kids back with the parents and give me a August number.
Can you preemptively give me a pardon?
Exactly. Hey, could you help me out my winter? I have a tax problem.
Why did they turn into Ed Torian?
Help me with my tax problem. All right, everybody. Thanks. Go to Royce's Arcade if you're in L.A. You got kids. A great place to go in Chatsworth. Thank you, Royce and Don. This is the Stuttering John podcast saying good gig.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the Stuttering John podcast. Now, this is a special.
Once again, obviously edited.
Because they did too.
Because he got the phone call and he came back so he could do the second part. So they obviously edited them together.
Special edition. Because as you know, now, what happened, and this is all on the same podcast, but we're putting it together, but after we left, Royce, you said to me, John, if the White House calls, get your ass back in the studio. The problem was I was on the way to Beverly Hills, right? Mm-hmm. So now, and I'm going to this great Italian place in Beverly Hills, Il Pistaio or something like that. While I'm freaking driving, this is how crazy it is. I swear on my life. I have the number on my phone. I can prove it. I get a call from Jared Kushner on Air Force One.
So after 3 interactions with 2 different white...
That's what it was. It's like Jared Kushner has like some sort of relation with Bob Melendez. And Jared Kushner is like Trump's like daughter's husband or something like that.
White House operators.
Yes.
With your number that you called from on your cell phone.
Yes.
Unblocked.
Yes.
You got through 2 different screeners and Jared Kushner called you?
Jared Kushner calls me from Air Force One.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm not recording. I don't know. I'm in my car driving. So now I'm like, he goes, hey, Senator Menendez. I'm like, Melendez. No, but he's like, do you want to talk to the president now? He's in a meeting, or I could pull him out if you want, or would you want us to call you back?
So naturally, you had him pulled out of the meeting, right?
No. Because I was like, I gotta talk. I gotta call Royce. I gotta call my friend Justin. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm talking to a fucking guy who's like the right-hand man to the president,
Right.
who's stupid Ivanka, and I got it, and it's him. I know it's him because of his voice.
So really, what I'm getting from this is Jared Kushner is just the assistant.
I don't know, but he calls me, so I go, and I don't even think I put the Sean Moore impression on.
No. This is what I remember. You call me. You go, oh my God, I just got off the call with Jared Kushner. What do I do? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. If you can't record, if you get a call from the president and you can't record it, you got to just bounce it to voicemail. And you're like, well, then let me change my voicemail.
Yeah, and that took me 10 minutes to figure out.
Oh my God.
So then I'm just like, so now if you call my voicemail, we should play it at some point. But it doesn't matter. But it's like, hey, he's showing more. Call me later.
Oh my God. So mind you, I'm trying to call you.
It's like, actually, I probably would. That's, the one thing that I actually would have liked for him to have played. That doesn't matter, whatever. But he's got to talk. What was his friend Jason, Jonathan, whatever.
Justin.
I got to talk to my friend Justin about this. Like, that's a detail we don't need to know.
And I guarantee it took more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
After you call me?
Oh yeah, John. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not remembering that you said you were going to change your voicemail.
Yeah.
And I hear that.
Yeah.
And I'm dying laughing. And my wife comes home and I'm like, I got to call John again. I hope he doesn't pick up. Because I just wanted her to.
I know. We'll play it at some point. But yeah. And at least he's Sean. I can probably.
I'll call you. Don't answer. And then.
No, I'm sure I could just pull it up. Because there's got to be a way you just go to voicemail and you pull it up, right? Greeting and then you play it, right? Play. Yeah. Watch it. Oh, sorry. Play.
That's too good.
Yeah. This is Sean. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. All right. Here it is.
Hold on. Just to bring up Chris Green. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, John just revealed. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he refuses to say that name. This is what's so great about going back at these is you pick up these little details like that, the stuff that he used to say and things that he's admitted to and stuff that he won't talk about now. And that's kind of why I try to keep them like sort of evergreen and just talk about like these and have a playlist. I have a playlist of all these, everybody, the Looking Back series where I'm going through all these Stuttering John podcasts from 2018 through 2023. So it's going to be a while, and there's a playlist there. I don't think I have it linked anywhere. I should probably link it in my description or something, but I'll put it there. And you can go through them all in order, and I'm going through all of John's shows in order. And the reason doing that, and the reason I'm doing that is because I started listening to Living in the Past at WATP. And I wanted to listen to them all in order. You can't find them all on YouTube. Some of them are like Patreon. Some of them are YouTube. There's no playlist. They're not titled. The Living in the Past is in the thumbnail, not in the actual title, so you can't search for them. So I was like, fuck that. I want to be able to lay down and go to sleep to listening to like Blunder Years or Living in the Past or something like that. And you can't do it. They don't let you do it. Both Shuli and Carl do the exact same thing. They don't title it. They don't make it easy to find. I'm making all these easy to find.
Yes, hello. You called
Yes, and Carl eats poo.
Sean Moore.
All right. Here it is.
Yes, hello. You called Sean Moore.
Oh, there it
I'm not
is.
available to take your call. Please call back.
So I changed it to that because I'm like, if they're going to call me again, at least they'll have Sean Moore. I didn't want to say what it was. But I just said Sean Moore. And I didn't say Senator Bob Menendez. First of all, don't. And here's the thing. Now, I'm a comedian. This is a comedy bit. It's just, we're trying to just expose how easy it is to call the White House.
Well, I thought the funny bit was, in my opinion at least, was like to see how far you could get through. Nobody thought Jared Kushner was going to call you back. I thought like the second time the White House operator like questioned your name and you were like, oh, you're Sean Moore, like Sean Connery and Roger Moore. You'd be like, oh, it's a goof.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking, so I hang up with you and I'm like starting to get like nervous, like I used to do before. I would ask, celebrities about the bowel movements. Like before I asked Raquel Welch, are they drooping yet?
Right.
I'm getting this nervousness. Like, shit, is the president going to call me next? I call my friend Justin, who's in New York. I say, okay, if I get a call,
Docs
from the White House, he is just in shock as both you and I were, Royce. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? They just called you from Air Force One. I'm like, I can't. I'm in shock, but I'm like, and I'm nervous because I haven't prepared any jokes or anything for this. This was just
Jokes.
You didn't really think he'd call back.
No. And after you told me Kushner called, I was like, oh my God, this is about to get real.
Yeah, then I was about to get real. So I said, Justin, if they call me, I'm going to call you.
Excuse me.
You can record it if you want. I'll do third party, which, by the way, I'm so inept at technology, which apparently you are too, Don, judging by the sound
You're
of
good
the
at it
podcast.
now.
But so then I go, all right, I'll have Justin, because Justin's got 7 phones for some reason. So he'll record it.
Stay tuned for that investigation.
Yeah. So yes, hello.
Yeah, explain that.
Senator Menendez. Now I didn't even put the Sean Moore accent on anymore. Like now it's just like everything's out the window. And I go, yes. But then I realize I got to be Sean Moore because I got to.
So you switch accents?
Yeah, and I'm like, yes, I'm sorry. He goes, well, the president is ready to speak to you. Okay, let me get the senator on the phone. Bear with me. And now I'm trying to attach my friend Justin, and in my nervousness, I'm typing JYSTAN. I just can't type. My fat fingers can't. So I finally get Justin on, and I already had the code. I go, Justin, just say hello as if you're the senator, and then I'll pick it up from there. So he goes, hello. I go, everything good, Justin? Meaning, code like,
right?
Are we recording? Yes. I go, yes. Okay. The senator is ready to talk to the president. Now there's a minute pause, and I am like shitting, of course. And I'm like, all right, this can't be. First of all, keep in mind, Royce, yeah. I have talked to Donald Trump on numerous occasions. I've had lunch with him
We know.
And the ego of John to think, I've talked to him a couple times. He should recognize me by my voice. He's the president. How many people does he talk to on a daily basis?
Well, actually, from what I understand, Trump is actually pretty good about remembering people. But that's like, a high, powerful people. Most of politicians and powerful people and important people are actually usually pretty good at that. Yeah, do you think John John even here doesn't sound like John from Stern?
That's true too.
An hour lunch where all he talked about was himself, and then I hung out with him and Melania at one of the NBC parties. I mean, he came backstage at the Flunky versus the Junkie fight. I mean, the guy has talked to me so many times.
How about pretend like that didn't happen? You're calling from an unblocked number that clearly says your name. Okay? And also, if I may add, the whole idea of the joke behind Bob Menendez was like my cousin Vinny, like, no, John Melendez.
Yeah, John Melendez.
But unbeknownst to us, not unbeknownst to us, but like as we're doing this thing and riffing live on the podcast, it doesn't even occur to any of us that this dude just got acquitted on fraud charges in January.
Yeah, I know. You're giving this away. Okay,
I'm just saying, I didn't know that.
I had no idea. In fact, I asked Justin because I asked you too lazy.
I was in the car. I'm trying to figure out how to record on devices.
I say, Justin, do me a favor.
I'm not giving anything away.
I say, tell me what state this.
I thought it was the next podcast where they figured this out. I guess it was like pretty much right after they did the first part of this podcast where they figured out, oh wait, Bob Menendez actually has a personal relationship with Trump,
and he was in the news just a couple months earlier for fucking fraud charges.
Yeah.
This Bob Menendez, the senator.
Who am I?
He goes to New Jersey. I go, wow, perfect. Like I have the East Coast accent. I go, well, what is his stances on? Oh, because Jared goes to me. He goes, Mr. Menendez.
Jared.
He goes, my buddy Jared goes to me, and Mr. Menendez. He goes, what do you want to talk to the president about? I go, And I have to pull this out of my ass. I go, well, we had a long talk about immigration in the past. I think I can get on board with him. He does me one favor. I can get closure on this. He goes, okay, cool. I'll tell him. So I just pulled the immigration thing out of my ass.
That's because you're you.
Yeah.
This goes back to the earlier podcast where you're talking about what you like, dude. This is why you are you. This is amazing.
You see, here's the thing: they haven't played the goddamn thing yet.
No. How long are we into this now?
We are at 1 hour and 6 minutes. It's 1 hour and 23 minutes long.
And the whole thing is about that. They should have played it at the fucking beginning.
They should have played it at the beginning, or maybe, yeah.
Especially
there's so
since
much
it's
they should have.
edited. Yeah.
Or said after the part where John said, "I was on my way doing this, and I got the call. Here's the call," and now talk about what happened in the call. John's talking about what happened in the call. They haven't played the call yet.
Or they could at least play it and pause it.
Yeah, they will play it. Yeah.
You pull bullshit out of my ass at any time.
You did it for like a decade on the Stern Show.
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah. So now I'm like, all right. So then I get the call, so finally I'm waiting, and President Trump gets on the phone. Hey, Bob, just want to say, congratulations to you on that. So now, should we play the phone call now in its entirety?
Well, do you want to play the thing in its entirety, like with them, like you being on hold, or you want to get right to Trump?
No, play it in its entirety.
Because there are like gaps of dead air that people have to hang with because this is you going through the experience.
Yeah, but am I saying anything,
or we could have just edited it out.
Yeah.
Or you could just edit out the dead air. Oh wait, no, we're not going to do that.
There's a little bit of everything going on.
Yeah, just play the whole
all right,
thing.
so let's just play this whole thing right now.
Yeah, so this is it. Stuttering John from the bowels of Chatsworth, California, makes 3 phone calls and gets to talk to the president. And this is how easy it is to infiltrate the administration, probably any administration.
Yeah, you just have to commit federal crimes and possibly go to jail for 20 plus years in federal prison. And
It's amazing.
You too can impersonate a government official and talk to the president.
I say it all the time, but like if anybody else did the shit that he did, they would be locked up 100%.
Oh yeah, they'd still be in jail.
Like, even the way he talks about Trump to this day on his podcast, it's amazing that he has this history with him and he never gets like fucking even a talking to.
Well, he did get a talking to, but it's Stuttering John. He's famous, and Trump was probably like, "Oh, you got me." I imagine Trump had something to do with it. Like, "Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember the Stuttering John. He's a crazy guy." I don't do a good Trump.
Better than John's impressions.
Yeah, I'd imagine Trump probably stepped in and said, "Yeah, he's a harmless goofball."
And if you think the KGB, I mean, this could be Russia.
Okay,
doing it.
Well, I don't even. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Senator, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the call?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try and connect.
Yep.
Hello, is this Senator Menendez?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Hello, is this Air Force One? Air Force One?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was wondering if that was Senator Menendez. It's not a very good connection.
Yes, this is Senator Menendez. Is the president available?
Yep, 1 moment, sir. I'll connect your call.
All right, thank you.
Did try the Sean Moore briefly.
They recorded this and put it like this. Even this recording isn't live. They could have just cut this part out. I'm not paused. This is still going.
I'm trying to figure out what he's got going on in the background.
Oh, I'm going to increase the volume a bit.
Sounds like a washing machine.
It's a dryer.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Clothes in the dryer. That's it.
Yeah. right, try to get back down.
Didn't even turn off the fucking dryer.
Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
I'm here.
Hello? Senator Benitez, are you still there, sir? Yes, sir. Okay, one moment, sir. He stepped away from his chair. I'm getting ready to ring his phone right now. Just one moment. All right, thank you so much. Sir, your call is connected. Hi, Bob. Hey, how are you? How are you? Congratulations on everything. We're proud of you. Congratulations. Great job. You went through a tough situation, and I don't think a very fair situation, but congratulations. Thank you so much. And, I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. President, but obviously my constituents are giving me a lot of beef about this immigration thing. I know that you did something really noble by trying to, get the kids back with their families. But I have to answer to them. What can I tell them that you're going to do, moving forward? So, Bob, let me just tell you, I want to be able to take care of the situation every bit as much as anybody else at the top level. I'd like to do the larger solution rather than the smaller solution. They're doing them step by step. I think we could do the whole thing. I have a good relationship with the party. You have a good relationship with the party. And I think we could do a real immigration bill. We have to have security at the border. We have to have it. I mean, look, you got 60% of the country, they've got to have security at the border. And that's a good issue for the Democrats too, Bob. It's not like it's good for you or good for me. It's good for both of us. People are tired of the problems. No, I understand that, but go ahead, no, but I am Hispanic, so I have to, I'm sure you understand. So I have to look good to my, I have to look good to my people as well. You understand? I agree. So, Bob, let me do this. I'm on Air Force One. I'm just coming back. We had an amazing rally in North Dakota, actually. Yeah, I saw the speech. I saw the speech. It's going to be good. It's a tough race. You say it again? No, I saw the speech. I thought it was a great speech. But if I could just ask,
What was that?
I was saying, it's amazing that even he's talking to the president right now, and he still has to interrupt him. He can't even change the way he acts.
I was hearing that too. Yeah, I was just going to let it go through. But yeah, if you want me to pause it.
Oh, that was it.
But yeah, he was totally interrupting President Trump.
I'm on Air Force One. I'm just coming back. We had an amazing rally in North Dakota, actually. Yeah, I saw the speech. I saw the speech. It's going to be good. It's a tough race. You say it again? No, I saw the speech, and I thought it was a great speech. But if I could just ask you one more thing, Mr. President, as far as the new justice, I'm sure you've heard, I'm sure you know that Justice Kennedy is retiring, and Justice Kennedy was a Reagan appointee. I'm begging you, are you going to go more moderate, or do you think you're going to go more conservative? Well, I haven't looked. I mean, I have a list of people. I have a big list of people, Bob, and we'll take a look at it, and we're going to make a decision. I'll probably make it over the next couple of weeks. Because I promise you, you will have my vote. I will help you if you don't go too conservative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, we will talk to you about it. We're going to probably make a decision, Bob, over the next 2 weeks. I think we're going to have a really good. We have some great choices, and be done over the next 12 to 14 days. All right, well, please, keep me informed, and, good luck on your trip, and thank you so much for taking my call.
You take care. I will speak to you soon, Bob. Take care of yourself.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Mr. President.
Thank you, Bob. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, Bob, to you.
And there you have it, folks.
Repeats his same joke from earlier, too.
The quote, unquote, prank call to Donald Trump from Stuttering John.
So bad. And the one thing he tried to do, that little gotcha at the end where he's like, I'll vote for you as long as you do this. Like, even if Trump was like, oh yeah, and agreed to it, the gotcha isn't there because you're the one who offered.
Yeah, it's such an actual terrible call. Like, honestly, I mean, I agree. I don't understand how it even got through in the first place. But then once he got through, I mean, literally, if he just got on and went, Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, Baba Booey, that would have been a shit ton funnier. Actually, Trump probably would have laughed at that because he's a huge Stern fan.
Yeah, he asked him two pretty basic political questions because, as we know, John's political takes are headlines, and that's it. And then that was nothing.
Holy shit.
So we got about 10 minutes left.
And then to get the Baba Booey in at the end?
I know.
He said, "Babooey" to you. It
Barely
wasn't a Baba
snuck it
Booey.
in.
Yeah.
Baba Booey to you. How the hell? Now we're gonna put the real. I mean, we'll put the better quality audio in there. But now, first of all, Royce,
that was the better quality audio. I think
There was
later on.
worse?
I think later on in the other episodes, they have a better quality audio than that.
thing. I don't even know what the fuck he's congratulating me for. Apparently, I got out of some crime.
Fraud charges.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just kind of rolling with it.
And he's congratulating you on getting off on charges because he wants that for him.
Yeah, and I have no idea what's going on. And the only two things that are in the news now is the immigration and the Supreme Court justice. And I was doing, Royce, as much as we can, I was really trying to get him to agree to getting a moderate judge.
No, and I think you made some natural headway last night because this is going on, right? Like we're up till midnight, going back and forth.
Yeah,
and I'm on CNN, and there are talking heads going, this can't happen. There's an election in 4 months. He cannot appoint another Supreme Court justice. We can't have it. It wasn't right what they did to Obama. So this isn't fair. Meanwhile, I'm like, but he's going to announce one in the next 2 weeks.
I know.
Nobody knows this yet.
I know. This is breaking news.
We almost need to get off the air and get you on CNN.
All right. So let's just, Don, you're going to put the better audio in.
Yes.
Hopefully Don is capable of doing that, Royce.
We'll do our best.
We literally have to get...
He just keeps shitting on Don, doesn't he? In the audio.
Well, to be fair, Don doesn't do a great job.
Well, no, he doesn't. In fact, Don in his AMA or in his the thing when he was on PDP or whatever, basically said he did not give a shit. Yeah, yeah. Remember Don the engineer that they had on? They said that's this Don. Yeah.
All right.
On TV.
Okay, but I mean, come on now, Royce. Out of all my, I have to pat myself on my back here with all the interviews. Interviewing the Dalai Lama, asking him if he ever said hello, Dolly, and all those.
This is your best work yet.
This is the fiesta.
This is
resistance. Whoever you say
this
that.
is like
how you say that?
The pièce de résistance.
Yeah.
This is like your statue of David. Okay, that's what this is. You are Michelangelo. This is your and to take this a step further because we.
And they literally treat this podcast that we're listening to right now and have been listening to for the past little over 2 hours. This is as I said, their magnum opus, their piece de la resistance. This is the pinnacle of the Stuttering John podcast that they want everybody to listen to.
I would be shocked if any other episode broke 1,000 downloads, honestly.
Yeah, this is the only one that I think did break 1,000 downloads.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because, of this. because it got national news.
Actual news, yeah.
Yeah, it was actual national news.
We're sincerely up till midnight going off about this, and you're like, I will be in at 9 to record the rest of this podcast so we can share this with the world.
Yeah.
You don't show up, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, Don, I think he's been detained. We have to go to his place, and we have to find him. I'm worried they've already carted you away.
Well,
and I'm like, dude, if we see like men in suits, keep going.
Yeah. Well, and that's the weird thing, because I did oversleep because I was on the phone with my attorney, because I go, what, this was a comedy bit. I mean, could he, and look, maybe he could. Look, I mean, I'm there. I just was trying, I was trying to do a comedy bit. So when you knock on my door, so I'm up till 2 in the morning talking to my attorney. It's like, look, you're protected under the First Amendment. You're a comedian. You've done this kind of thing before. This is what you do. So
he did not talk to an attorney, and an attorney did not tell him this. Because
always with the my attorney stuff, even 6 years ago, or I guess 8 years ago now.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Like you said, it's the exact same script.
I'm pretty sure an attorney would tell him, no, John, what you did was a very serious federal crime. That is a very serious felony.
It would be, we could argue this. First of all, Donald's my friend, true. At the end of the day...
How did he not recognize your voice? You're
at the end of the day, look, as a person and as a friend, I really like Donald. You can see he comes across as a nice guy to talk to.
Well, you weren't even like trying to be malicious. You were just like, I can't believe I'm getting this far.
No, and the good news is, I'm trying to build my defense here. No one was hurt in the process.
Well, to be fair, you're really trying to solve some big issues.
Yes, I really was. And I didn't make any, I didn't ask him any goofy questions. But here's the weird thing. I probably had a better chance of speaking to the president than the real Senator Bob Menendez would have done.
I think so. I mean, that's what's amazing is like, just from like a comedy bit perspective, I thought this would have like fallen apart by like the second White House operator, and
I'm not gonna lie, Royce isn't wrong.
That's the real like interesting part in all this, because the call itself sucked. It's how did this dummy get through to Air Force One?
Well, he said he was Bob Menendez.
Yeah, but I know, but it's just so perfect. And like for people who know John, it makes sense because, like we said, it's so him to just get so.
It is
lucky.
him, yeah, just walking backwards into just falling right into it. His luck just swung that way for him.
Yeah, it kept growing.
I got to speak to Jared Kushner, and Donald Trump.
But do you remember when this woman?
And I did nothing with it.
Absolutely nothing.
Woman says, I don't have this phone number. And you're like, well, we're on vacation. They're mobile phones, John.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. I said we were on. Didn't I say we would have to make a speech or something?
Yeah, you gave them like multiple like valid reasons to just hang up and go, this is a joke.
Well, don't forget, we first called this John Melendez.
I know.
And then he said, then we just changed one letter.
Not Jerry Gallo, Jerry Callow.
Jerry Callow.
That was the whole bit.
But anyway, let's get off the air. We'll get this edited, and we'll start, I mean, look, this is going to be the most listened to podcast I've ever done.
Unfortunately, yes. And this...
Possibly.
Actually, 100% yes. This would be the most listened to podcast episode that John has ever done. Because you listen to this and you go, well, this is terrible.
I was
the
trying
audio
to think
sucks. Yeah, the audio sucks. The content sucks. The call sucks.
Because if you add up like the people who watch a certain episode and then watch it through WATP and stuff, it's still probably not 40,000. So yeah.
Well, and also don't forget, like the whole first hour was literally just bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, how could it not be?
We need to get you like some Israeli soldiers.
I wonder how many people listen to this and go, and we're like, I wonder what's that? What is that podcast that criticizes other podcasts? I wonder if WATP got a lot of heat from this. Got a lot of people going, hey, I'm going to check that podcast out.
More than this probably got.
Yeah, I bet WATP got more subscribers to their podcast than John did off of this podcast.
I mean, this trumps Howie Mandel's podcast, which I got like 50,000 views.
When Howie asks you for a blurb for his book, let him know you're too busy with the president repairing legislation. Yeah, I can't do your blurb, Howie.
Well, do you know what I really was, like if he would have picked up, because that's another thing. I was torn between when he first picked up of saying, hey, Donald, it's Stuttering John, man. I was torn. I was almost going to do it.
100% should have done that.
And that's exactly why he didn't. That's John in a nutshell. Every right move, he does the opposite.
Exactly. That's 100%. As I said, the Rodney's thing is 100% a microcosm of all of John's decisions. He will always make the worst decision.
But because I assumed he would recognize my voice at some point.
Yeah, let's be honest. You did not expect that you would be the one ending that phone call. You thought that phone call would have got ended on you, right?
I know. I could have probably kept going.
That's what I'm saying.
But I know Donald, like from the times I talked to him, he wants to get off the phone. He's like Jay Leno. He doesn't want to talk too long.
All the more reason the fact you got him on the phone is amazing.
I know. He wants to get done and just move on. He said his stump.
Yeah.
We have some big choices. We got some bigly choices. He said everything that he was going to say, but I did try and do a liberal's work by asking him about getting the kids back to their families.
You did.
And by asking him to appoint a moderate judge.
Which he slipped and admitted first that he hasn't even looked at it yet. He started to say that, and then he called himself and said, I have a list. But it's the same list from last time.
Yeah, well...
This is so crazy.
I know.
This was going on in CNN. They're talking about this, and I'm like, CNN doesn't even know.
Let's end this and get it over to CNN and shit.
No, it's not that crazy. That's the problem. If it was crazy, I mean, it is crazy that they even got through. That is true, because we heard hearing the entire process, all the way through. Yeah, okay, that is a little crazy that they was able to get through. However, after that, it's not crazy.
It's nothing he wouldn't have said in a public forum, that's for sure. And there was no gotcha, there was no joke, so it was just literally like a interview, which wasn't good.
I hope everyone enjoyed. This has got to be the most monumental Stuttering John podcast ever.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Yeah, every once in a while he's right.
That is unfortunately true. That's for sure.
And tune in next week where we have an even bigger guest, Casey Armstrong. We'll be calling in
from Air Force One. Little known fact about KC.
Put it this way, I couldn't get Harrison Ford on the phone from Air Force One.
You can't get Howard Stern on the phone.
And I got the President of the United States on the phone. This is unfucking believable.
Oh.
This proves how easy it is to get to talk to the president.
Which is even more disconcerting because there's so many things that he should be taking care of. And the fact that you could get through after like 4 people screening you, you still get through, you make it through the whole phone call, you end the phone call. He has no clue it's you. And how many other fake conversations is he having a day?
How many sketchy attempts? It sounds like you're at a speakerphone, sir. It's a bad connection, sir.
And not only that,
once again, another perfect example. They're all in the same room. They're all on the same mics. They're all in the same area. Yeah. All 3 of them have way different audio quality.
And they talked right in the row, so you got to hear loud, quiet, quieter.
All they had to do, if they wanted to scream me, is say, what state is Senator Menendez?
Okay, Chris Green. Okay, Chris Green makes a very good point. The most monumental Stuttering John podcast was the Christmas one when all the phones were ringing.
That might be my favorite John moment. I'm going to rip the phone out of the fucking wall.
I would say that is my favorite, but I don't think it's the most monumental.
He did shit his pants.
Shit in his pants. I see those are famous, but they're not monumental. They didn't make, news.
True enough.
Been done. They could have said, what party is Senator Menendez affiliated with? And I would have had a 50-50 chance on getting it right.
John, your stutter is like a fingerprint. They should have known that was you.
He didn't fucking stutter.
No. He barely stammered.
I know. He was fine.
Does he not know that Senator Menendez doesn't have a stutter?
And does he not? I mean,
and he also doesn't sound like a 40-something-year-old New Yorker.
No, I know.
He's an old dude,
and he's got to be articulate.
I believe John's like 52 in this.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there going, you know what I'm saying, dude. I'm
half Hispanic.
I mean, how does he not know? How I have an 818 freaking area?
Well, you were on vacation with your mobile phone. Can you realize? You should you could have a jar of excuses for that 818 number. You just made up one. You just pulled out of thin air.
Yeah, I'm on a holiday.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my burner phone. I'm also Walter White. Like what?
Well, it's no wonder Julian Assange could get all this shit. This is how much that,
That's the first story.
I mean, I would have just said, well, I'm calling from my personal number. I'm calling from my personal phone.
It's amazing how many times these guys fucking repeat themselves on something we literally just heard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just constantly, not only repeat themselves on something we just heard, repeat themselves from something we heard from the previous podcast as well.
Yeah. Like, if we had a bell where it's like we've heard this before, the whole episode would just be going ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, if I removed all the parts where they repeat themselves, would this probably... If I removed all the parts where John repeated himself through this and the previous 7 episodes, this episode would probably be arguably maybe 20 to 30 minutes long.
Yes. It would be just the call and the preamble.
Yeah.
It's because I'm telling you, look at the timestamps on your phone. This is less than 2.5 hours
Yeah,
from the first call to that call.
Yeah, I left here at 6:30, 6:45. I was on the road at 7. I left here at 6:30. I took a shower, put myself, shaved a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I was because I was in such a rush. I was on the road at 7. This happened at 7:30. So literally, 2 hours.
You easily spoke to the president before 9.
Before 9.
Yeah.
2 hours. That's how long it took.
That's
insane. And now, mind you, he didn't really give away anything terribly sensitive. The Supreme Court Justice timeline is news breaking. But imagine who else could be calling this guy on a daily basis, getting whatever information they want. And you gave him 100 reasons to realize it was a comedy bit, and you got all the way to Jared Kushner.
I know, but guess what?
He should be fired.
Guess what? In next week's podcast, I'll impersonate Lisa Murkowski, and we'll just be, hello, Donald, how are you?
Next week, we're getting your new girlfriend and calling Kim Jong-un.
All right, everybody, thanks for listening to the Stuttering John podcast, and we'll see you next week, unless I'm in jail. Gigia.
They do actually continue the bit and going on through the shows, but they fail to get anybody else on the phone ever because they try to do it during the show. And it just fails over and over and over again.
Typical John. Something works once. Let's do it over and over again until it's dead.
Yeah. So anyway, that is the Trump call. All an hour and 23 minutes. So what'd you think about that, Bacon Bits? A little more insight than just listening to the clips?
Oh, absolutely. It was fun to hear the fucking terrible podcast because I never really listened to a full episode of the old podcast before this. So that's definitely a first. It's fucking just as bad as you think.
How do you feel about your audio and production value?
Oh, fuck. I'm getting a new mic this week. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. Your mic is fine after what we just listened to.
Yeah, comparatively.
So anyway, this has been 2 hours and 32 minutes. Bacon Bits. I mean, give us a plug. I'm pretty sure everybody here is everybody who watches you. So, but Bacon Bits, was it 6664?
Yeah, my channel is same name. Yeah, and a lot of karmic stuff right now. Chip Chipperson. Watching some Scorch stuff from Opie and Anthony days. Waiting for John to come back.
Yeah, I was watching the Scorch stuff today. I always love watching Scorch stuff.
Oh, fuck. It's so fun for me.
Maybe you should dip the ditch Chip and go with Scorch.
Chip's going back to the members stuff, so you'll see more Scorch on the free stuff, probably.
So anyway, yeah, I am... Mouth is dry. I need a smoke. I need to get out of here. I don't do these long ones, man. But I knew this one was going to be long. I actually figured it'd be about 3 hours. They were about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Or a little over 2 hours and 30 minutes. I want to thank everybody for showing up and hanging out. I want to thank Bacon Bits.
No problem.
For not backing out. Man, I didn't realize getting a guest on here was good, or getting more than one guest is going to be such a pain in the ass.
Try wrangling a bunch of women. I did that to myself, but oh my goodness.
I can't imagine how that eventually came together. How many months did that take to finally get to work? Because the reason why this is so late, to let the people listening know, my goal was to at least get a minimum of one of these in a week, but do 2, a minimum of 1 if I can't do 2, and try for 3 a week, because it's 5 years of these.
It's a lot of John.
Right, so it's going to take me at least several years to get through it, and I would like to do several a week. And then I missed all of last week, trying to get guests on, and everybody said, "Yeah, I'll do it." No, I'm not going to do it. And it was just an actual pain in the ass. But thank you for showing up.
No problem. My advice: book 7, and then maybe 2 will show up.
Yeah, well, I tried to book like 5, and 1 showed up. I was hoping for 2. Anyway, thank you all for showing up. Thank you for the super chats. I haven't actually checked any super tips. Nothing is super tips. Thank you, which is fine, because it wasn't going to work anyway for voice tips, because I had to fuck with my audio.
What's going on with that lately?
Mine is actually working just fine, but the way I had to rearrange my audio because getting for a guest, because I didn't think about the fact that I had all my desktop audio routed into the mic input. So that's why you heard yourself as being double.
I know there were some issues the other night with the Shuli Network one. They were the voice tips weren't speaking.
Yeah, that is because I figured that out too just before we went live, before you showed up. They put an audio slider in the super tips in the panel, or in the overlay, so you can now adjust the audio there. So if you have control the audio through OBS, I always use the control audio through OBS for my super tips. It makes it so they don't play. You turn off the control audio through OBS, and the audio will play. But right now, the audio won't play at all. I can play the tips, but the audio won't play because I don't have the audio hooked up to go through into the mic and get into get into EV bucks, which is fine. I don't really get a lot of super tips anyway, or super chats. But either way. But anyway, I'm Liquid Cryptid. That's Bacon Bits. You can find me. I'm going to try to do these more often. If you would hit the like, and please hit the subscribe on the way out. Subscribe to Bacon Bits. He's going to be doing more Scorch because I told him to.
Probably.
The Scorch stuff is great. Like, I was watching you watch it. I love when Carl covers Scorch, but he always just clips the shit out of it. So it's always like, here's a few seconds of Scorch, and we're going to talk about that for 10 minutes. Where you were just going through it, and I'm like, oh, this is way better than.
I did find a couple episodes that aren't Opie and Anthony watching it, where we might watch some raw old Scorch PFG too.
Yeah, that was some good stuff. So go over there and check that out. And thank you, everybody, for showing up. We're going to kill this. Thanks again, Bacon. Good night, everybody.
Too late, motherfuckers. You made your bed, now you got all shit in it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the goat. I must be the most interesting man. I must be the most interesting man in the world. I'm the dude. I must be the most interesting man. I could be drinking. I could be drinking those seconds. I'm the goat. Turn blind like a Big global news, England, Denmark, Ireland. I'm the dude. Big global news everywhere, even in your home country, China. And I did that. I was able to infiltrate the White House. And I did that. I got all that data, punch shit out of them. And I did that. Not bad, but handicapped. Right, guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. Guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining. I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I'm smart. I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. Guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining. I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I'm smart. I get it. I'm the go. I have real political guests on, like David Cicilline, who wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like Ted Lieu, who also wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like Eric Swalwell, who wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like John Patton, who also wrote the articles of impeachment. It's amazing. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Look, I crushed it. I took over your show. It's me. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Look, Joe Rogan said that I was on a radio. It's 35 years ago. I get it. It's 35 years, but I can't change truth. It's 35 years ago. I get it. It's 35 years, and you can handle the truth. Guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. Guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining. I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I'm smart. I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. Guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining. I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I'm smart. I get it. I'm the go.
DJ Dabble's made that